welcome everybody. Tonight I've purchased the Big Ten Plus, and this episode of It's in the Blood, we are going to do play-by-play for tonight's basketball game because you can't watch it on your regular TV, even if you own the Big Ten Network to your cable box. So I got to say that with that being said, that I was not too happy with the whole procedure and how it worked out on broadcasting this game tonight. So therefore, I've got the headphones on. I'm going to watch the game on the computer, and then I'm going to call the game as best as humanly possible, considering I've never called a game before like that, actually. However, getting started tonight, I want to bring up a couple updates while I'm waiting for the live stream to kick in so that I can watch. I'm really curious about this Northern Illinois Huskies team that we're going to play today. They've got kind of a two-headed monster starting out with Trendon Hankerson, and he has put up 28 points against the University of Washington in their season opener. And Anthony Crump put up 11 rebounds and 11 points in that game as well. So they've kind of that's going to be where the defensive focus needs to lie tonight. If you look back at them from last year at the end of the year, and I know that this Eastern Michigan team that we just played the other night is a slightly different team. However, they pretty much played them at the end of February last year, and they took a beating by them. So Eastern Michigan put a whooping on this Northern Illinois Husky team going forward, but they went into Washington and won that game by 7 points. And, going in and playing a Pac-12, Pac-10 team that is, it's a pretty reputable school. Usually they don't lose season openers like that. So we've got a lot to kind of look for today. I'm really curious to how this game is going to play out. The shooting was god awful the other night. I wasn't pleased at all. I thought, Parker Stewart came out and fired the ball up fairly well to start the game, but there got to be no rhythm with the outside shot after that. Nobody was really knocking down jumpers. And if it wasn't for Trace Jackson Davis and Race Thompson, really dominating defensively on the glass with block shots, preventing the ball from coming inside, if it wasn't for that, this game could have ended very ugly. The young kid from Eastern Michigan got going at the end there and couldn't miss a shot. So, they made that game a lot closer than what it really needed to be. So really curious about how game 2 works out for Mike Woodson and his coaching staff. I'm really curious that it looks like the sportsbook line on this game is like a 25-point line. I don't see Indiana winning by that many today. I'm waiting to see if I got 7 o'clock. Still hasn't come up live yet to where I can watch the game. So we're gonna wait for this a few more minutes here. I'm gonna get onto the comments up here, and I know that there's a few people in the house right now, and some of you probably will not chat, but feel free to interact. And also, if you would like during the halftime, if you have the ability at your computer, or if you're, if you want to join in, I will drop the StreamYard link, and then we can talk about statistics at halftime. I welcome any Indiana fans because I'm fired up for this season. I'm fired up for our YouTube channel, and I want to, prove that anybody can go out here, that if you love something, you can go out and you can make content about it and be successful. There's a couple guys in this community that I absolutely love. Kent Sterling is probably one of the better voices of Indiana sports all around. We really focus on football in this channel for the most part, but this is probably my passion. So I'm going to refresh this to see if it's ready to load up yet. It is not ready to go yet. Oh, here we go. All right. All right, they're getting ready to jump the game off, get it started. Trace Jackson Davis is in the center of the court. Everybody's fired up. The fans are wound up. And there's the tip. And the tip goes back. Xavier Johnson controls over to Parker Stewart on the right wing. Down low to Trace in the post. He's driving his way in. He turns. He passes out. Miller Kopp misses a three-pointer, and the rebound comes off to Northern Illinois. I'm going to have to get used to these guys. I do not know their names yet, but number one is up on top of the keys, dribbling to the right. Stops, passes off. Hank. And there's a layup he went in for a layup, and he got called for the offensive foul. I think that was Hankerson. I'm not positive yet. Let me get some verification on that. Xavier Johnson looks like he took the charge in the block. Ball is going back to Indiana. Yep. Yeah, that was really out of control. All right, Xavier Johnson's got the ball crossing midcourt right now. Passes off to the right wing to Parker Stewart. A couple of picks is set in the motion offense over to Race Thompson at the top of the key. Race packs back to Parker. Parker goes down inside to Trace on the block. He's dribble driving, goes up with the soft left hook, off the glass and in for 2 points. Trace Jackson Davis starts the game with a 2-point hook shot from the right there at the baseline. All right, Northern Illinois is coming back across the floor. Parker Stewart is in man-to-man. Dribbles back and forth. They switch off. Passes off to the right wing, down into the block. Driving on Trace. Shoots up his own left hook, and Race Thompson clears the rebound and bringing the ball up. Pushing at a kind of a fast pace. He pulls back and drops it off to Xavier Johnson at the top of the key. Xavier's dribbles, resets the offense, dribbles to the right. Takes a drive going down inside. Loses the ball. It's on the ground. There's a scramble for it. Northern Illinois picks it up, comes back running down the floor. Fast break up against Parker Stewart down at the block. There's the pass inside, and he gets the layup. 2-2. Here comes Xavier Johnson back across the line. That all got started by Xavier Johnson being careless with the ball. That was looks like that's going to be counted as a turnover against him. Race Thompson sitting here at the top of the key with the ball, running the offense at this point. Passes off to Xavier Johnson on the right wing. He dribbles at the top, back to the top of the key, resets again. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Drives down the middle. What a move. And lays it in. Xavier Johnson with a layup down the middle of the court. Indiana slides back into defense again. 17:45 to go in the game. 4-2. IU's got the lead. Pass off to the top of the key. Delivers to the left wing, back across the top of the key. Dribble penetration. Ball gets stripped out of his hand, and I think they're going to call a foul. Xavier Johnson reached in from the back and got called for his first personal foul. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. They're going to take the ball out from underneath the basket. Looking. 3, 4. Ball gets into the right wing. Dribble around. Parker Stewart's defending. Passes off to the right side. He drives all the way to the thing. I think they're going to get him for a travel. Yep, they get him with the travel. He ball faked and went in, and he picked up his pivot foot. 17:29 to go in the first half. Race Thompson throws the ball in. Xavier Johnson's dribbling back across the timeline, back to Race. Race is getting a lot more ball handling time out here. Miller Kopp on the left wing. Back up. Race Thompson shoots the 3, and he's off. It was a pretty bad-looking shot, but it was a pretty good look. He was wide open. Ball comes back across the timeline for Northern Illinois. They're back at the top of the key. Offense going to the right. Step back 3-point shot is money. Hankerson just drained a 3 on a step back 3. That gives the Huskies the first lead of the game, 5-4. Pass off to Miller Kopp, back to Race Thompson again. He will let another 3 fly, and Race Thompson hits his first 3-pointer of the season. Drains that one down on the right wing. Nice shot, Race. Okay, here we go. Northern Illinois come back up the floor. Indiana leads 7-5 with 16:40 to go in the first half. Pass back to the top of the keys. They rotate the ball around to the left wing, almost turn it over on the sideline. He did step on the out-of-bounds line. The ball goes back to Indiana. He just about ran over Mike Woodson. If you haven't noticed, Mike Woodson's a big dude. He's in Race's ear as he inbounds the ball. Here comes Xavier Johnson back to Race Thompson. These guys here are making somewhat of a 2-man game on the top. There goes Xavier driving in the corner. Miller Kopp misses the 3. Race is going to get called for a foul here for over the back, I'm almost sure. Yeah, Race was trying to reach in and get the rebound. He went over the back. 16-20, and the ball could be coming back to Northern Illinois. There's their first substitution of the day. All right, they're going to get ready to inbound the ball, coming back the other way. IU leads 7-5, 16-20 to go. A little bit of a light press from Xavier Johnson, keeping the ball handler at bay as he comes across. Goes across back, right, left. Still dribbling, passes it back off to the top of the key. Hankerson has the ball, drives the lane, and gets a temporary block, but they get a follow-up dunk by one of the big guys underneath. And that would be, I can't read his name, Mankwai or something like that. Tie ball game, 7-7, 15:49 to go. Xavier Johnson sets the offense at the top of the key. They show a double team, then back off. Passes off to Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp down to the post to Trace. Trace draws the double team, starts his dribble, comes around, comes back in, fires up a left-handed layup, and it is good. Hoosiers lead 9-7. Getting back on defense as Northern Illinois is coming up the court with the ball. They're choosing to slow it back down a little bit this time. Pass back to the top of the key, drives left. They run the weave. He breaks it in. I think they're going to get an illegal pick. Yep. The pick was set on the top of the key. We're at the under 16 timeout here. And he did not come set on the pick, so there's another foul that goes in there right now. Looks like we're going to go to timeout here. What's up, Tim? Nice to see you in here tonight, my friend. 9-7. First time out of the game. 15-16 left to go in the first half. It's showed a little bit different look so far today. Today it looks like Race Thompson's getting a little bit more of the ball handling duties at the top of the key, running the offense a little bit with Xavier Johnson. It looks like Parker Stewart is more out trying to find the open lane to get an open three-point shot and run in the motion offense. So we're seeing a lot of the positionless offense out here playing tonight. Looks really good. It does look like more of an NBA style game. I'm pretty happy with that so far. When these guys start getting in sync with one another, especially when the other guys start coming in off the bench and we really get pushing the ball, trying to wear teams down a little bit, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Hey, I see we got 14 in the house today, and the timeout is just about over. I was a little frustrated over this Big Ten Plus thing. I really wanted to sit down and watch the game tonight and then run a couple live streams to do some commentary, at halftime and at the post game, maybe do a little bit of pregame warm-up if it was necessary. But, I don't think that I like the fact that I pay for Big Ten on my cable service as part of an extra package of sports and that I can't watch all the games that they should be broadcasting. So I purchased the Indiana package. I did not buy the full Big Ten. We will try the Big Ten Plus here on the computer and stream it. Hey, when this is done tonight, in the comments below, not so much the live chat tonight. That's fine if you want to comment in there. Tim W's in the house. Miss Alex, my cohort, is in here as well. And maybe a few others of the guys that normally come in here for our regular live streams. Timeout is over as the cheerleaders clear the floor. Taking a quick look, Xavier Johnson's had some really good dribble penetration today. Race Thompson is handling the ball, has a three-pointer, and Trace Jackson Davis is playing well in the post, not making bad decisions. I'm really looking forward to seeing Miller Kopp get really involved in the offense. He's not forcing his game yet, and as a transfer coming in, we watched him at Northwestern for the last couple of years, and he's a hard-nosed kid, a very emotional kid. I really want to see him get involved today. Along with, I can't wait to see Fennessy off the bench today. I think Rob Fennessy is going to be integral to this team's success this year. Xavier Johnson's at the top of the key with the ball, driving around, looking around. The offense is kind of stagnant. Pick by Race, rolls off. Xavier drives the lane, shoots a floater from 12. He misses. Defensive rebound, but they turned the ball over. He did not control the rebound, and Crump knocked it off his head and went back out of bounds. Indiana will get 20 seconds on the clock since they did not gain complete control. All right, it looks like Miller Kopp's going to take the ball out from underneath the basket. He's looking, passes off. Parker Stewart gets a jump shot, one step, misses it. Race Thompson with the offensive board resets the offense to Xavier out on the top of the key. Passes back over to Miller Cobb, drives baseline, stops, passes into Trace Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got a double team on him. He loses it. Xavier Johnson picks up the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Xavier resets. 5 to go on the shot clock. Drives the lane. Throws it back out for the three. Parker Stewart shoots the three at the buzzer and misses it. Defensive rebound controlled by Northern Illinois, and they reset their offense going forward. 14:22 left to go in the first half, and Northern Illinois drives the right side. They run the weave back and forth to the top, back around to the right. We're going to hand check on Miller Kopp. That's a ticky-tack little foul. They're running the weave, and then went to drive right at the top of the key, and Miller Kopp just kind of reached out there and kind of bumped him a little bit, and they got him with the hand check. So now I see our first sub for Indiana coming into the game. It looks like it's going to be Finney off the bench for Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp sets down. Now we're going to go to this three-guard offense style with the two bigs, and I like this setup a little bit better. Here we go. Pass goes off to the right, sets up, dribble, looks up, looks to the post, passes it in, traces in defense, guards, gets his hand in his face, blocks the shot, and gets the rebound. Trace Jackson hands it off to Xavier Johnson. He runs up the left wing. Coming up to the top of the key, dribble, goes around, drives the lane, passes back to Trace. Trace shoots an 8-foot layup, basically. Nice shot. Good assist by Xavier Johnson over to Trace Jackson Davis. Hoosiers up by 4, 11-7, 13:40 to go in the first half. Ball moves around top of the key. Passing the ball back and forth, dribble, comes into the middle of the lane, stops in the lane, passes out for an open three. And it doesn't go. Xavier Johnson has the ball coming back the other way. Camera angle for this is kind of sucky because I can't see the goal all the time. It's not much fun. Keyshawn Williams for the Huskies gets called for the block as Xavier Johnson was driving left. 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. Hoosiers are going to take the ball out on the left sideline. Rob Finney's getting the ball on the out-of-bounds line. Looks to pass in. Passes into Xavier Johnson on the left wing. He's dribble. Passes down to Trace and the ball on the block. Trace drives the baseline, double-teamed, and turns the ball over, passing to the right wing. Here comes Northern Illinois up the floor. Off to the left wing. Dribble. Crump's got the ball. He is on Parker Stewart. He stepped out of bounds. Good defense by Parker Stewart. Parker Stewart, I was really worried about Parker's defense, and I wasn't sure how well he would be able to defend coming into the Big Ten this year. But so far, he moves his feet well, and he has bulked up a little bit. Might be what's slowing down his shot. I'm not sure. Leslie Bird is in the house tonight at 7-Eleven. SC says, imagine how we feel. Thank you for stopping in here. I'm not sure what that comment means. As we go back up the floor, Xavier Johnson has the ball top of the key. Off to Rob Finney. Finney got the pick and go. Alley-oops it up. Ball gets picked. Xavier Johnson rebounds it. Shoots. Xavier Johnson pulls up for a nice three-point shot, and it goes in. Good shot by Xavier Johnson in rhythm. He's got an ugly-looking shot. I really don't like his form, but you know what? I'll take it right now. And Northern Illinois brings the ball back up across the court, across the timeline. They're at the top left of the key. Dribbles to the right. He's trying to penetrate, looking for somebody. They move the ball around the horn at the three-point line. Dribble drive to the right side. Gets it up. Off the glass and misses. Offensive rebound, and then we get a foul. It looks like it's going to be on Finney as he was going back up for the offensive putback. Hoosiers lead 14-7, 12-18 to go in the first half. You know what? I totally agree with that play right there for Rob Finney. Don't let him have anything for nothing. It's early in the game. You got 0 fouls. He tried to block the shot out of bounds and does pick up the foul on the play. We're going to shoot some free throws here. And like I said, I do not know all the Northern Illinois players, and I'm watching the game not on my big screen, so it's hard to get used to their names and numbers. And he missed the first free throw. We got another subs coming in. It looks like Jordan Geronimo checks in for Race Thompson. You know what? I've noticed he's been coming in off the bench really early, and Tamar Bates is also in the game. Jordan Geronimo is an athletic beast. I've noticed that he possesses a ton of athleticism when he plays the game. He's down on the block. Second shot is up, and it is good. 14-8. Hoosiers lead by 6. It looks like Northern Illinois starts into a little bit of a man press. Xavier Johnson's controlling the ball, brings it across the timeline again as he sets up the offense. Fennessy goes down to the block, runs around the outside, gets a pick, guys the ball on the right wing. Pass dribbles in, backs to Xavier Johnson at the top. Looks like Fennessy and Johnson are on top. Xavier Johnson drives the lane, puts up a layup, draws the foul, or is it a goaltend? It is going to be a goaltend. The ball had already hit the glass when he blocked it. Indiana gets a 16-8 lead as we go into the break, under 12-minute timeout for TV again. So far today, we look a lot more in rhythm than we played the other day. We haven't hit that many outside shots yet, but it's one of those things that's going to be a work in progress, and that's why we play these early season games like this. I'm going to swing by over and I'm going to get a stat sheet brought up over here. Let's see right there. As it stands so far in the game, Trace Jackson Davis is 3 for 6 for 6 points. Xavier Johnson's 3 for 4 and 7 points. Them two have carried the scoring load so far this year. Hey, Steve Callison, nice to see you in here tonight. Thank you. And yes, go Hoosiers from Illinois. I like it when you get somebody from Illinois that supports the Indiana basketball program. Just a little bit of quick insight from me. I was there in 92 for a little while. I was not, so we say, adept at the time to being in college, so therefore I did not get to stay. But I've been a lifelong IU fan, passionate about the sport and the game, and now it's going to come through on our YouTube channel here. It's in the blood. We do football, we do baseball, we do just about everything, but college basketball and the NFL is our focal points in here. Getting ready to come back out of the timeout here in just a second, not too far ahead. Northern Illinois, Northern Illinois beat I think probably going to be a fairly decent Washington team. That's a good Division I school out there. Yeah, Tim says he has to cheer for Indiana because his dad went there. That's awesome. Yeah, well, thanks for streaming. Most have been good. There's not been anything forced. Race Thompson had 2 shots early on. The first one was a very wide open shot, and it looked really bad. He got the second one that was a little bit more in rhythm and knocked it down. And then Xavier Johnson got a rebound, pulled back up to the top of the key, and didn't get a defender in his face. And so he stepped into a good 3-point shot as well. Miller Kopp missed an open one from the right wing. That wasn't really anything it was not out of rhythm. Now we've got some other players on the floor here. I'll reset the offense as we get ready to start here again. But I see Geronimo, Galloway, and it looks like IU's pressing. Rob Fennessy steals the ball, but he can't control it. Knocks it out of bounds on the press. What a good play. So right now we're running Galloway, Tamar Bates, Jordan Geronimo, Rob Fennessy, and I haven't seen who the fifth is yet. So they're going with a much smaller lineup right now to counteract this Northern Illinois team. And we are pressing. The ball is out on the sideline. We're getting ready to throw the ball back in. Geronimo is on the ball. He gets it in. He does not choose to trap. The press drops back. Galloway stays in man coverage. Pass off, runs back to the top of the key. They're running their weave. Passes off to the left wing, dribble back and forth. Kind of comes in and out, dribble drive to the right, almost carries the ball, takes a step left, shoots. Nope. Trace Jackson Davis has got defensive position underneath. He gets the shot up and misses it. Oh, but I think they're going to get Trace with the foul. I didn't see where he pushed off or where he bumped him or anything, but it looked like a pretty good defensive stance. But he had his hands up playing good defense under the basket. Looks like they're going to give him 2 shots on this. Northern Illinois is going to the line right now. As we set back up, first free throw attempt is up. Bricks it off the back rim. That was pretty ugly miss right there, got to say. Second shot's getting ready to go up. Geronimo and Trace are on the bottom of the block. Shot is up, and it is good. Tamar Bates hands it off to Geronimo. Geronimo takes it out. They are pressing IU. Ball goes to Bates. Bates is going to bring it up. Haven't seen much from Bates from ball handling, but now he hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy sets the offense. Bates on the left wing. Geronimo right there at the top of the key. Pass to Bates, back to Fennessy. Down underneath to guy. Oh, Jordan Geronimo with the alley-oop from Trace Jackson Davis. What a good play. They got the ball to the middle of the court. Geronimo fell to the goal. Nobody went with him. Jordan Geronimo with his first 2 points. Indiana leads 18-9. 11:05 left in the first half. A lot of dribbling on Northern Illinois and running the weave offense. Runs pick at the top of the key. Rolls off of it. Takes a pull-up three. Off the glass. Ugly brick. Trace Jackson Davis with the rebound. Hands off to Fennessy. Forces the ball up the court. Slows down at the top of the key. Fennessy's moving back and forth with the ball. Looking for somebody. Passes to Tamar Bates on the left wing. Trace Jackson Davis is in the post. Back to the top of the key. Fennessy resets. Pick comes from Geronimo. Pass over to Galloway on the right wing. Galloway to Geronimo. Back to Tamar Bates on the left wing. Bates is looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Passes off to Fennessy. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fennessy's forced to shoot it. He draws a foul. Looks like he's going to get 3 shots. Fennessy went up with the ball fake. Shot clock was running out. Got him up in the air and jumped into him. 18-9. 10:23 left to go in the first half as we see a couple subs getting ready to come in. And it looks like we're getting ready to see the first appearance at Indiana University from Michael Durr. But they do pull the players off the floor. I wonder if they're checking to see if his feet was behind the line before these free throws. That's probably the only thing I can see. It didn't look like anything egregious on the foul or any hit to the head or the face. So I'm assuming that that's why they're going to the monitor right now. So Woodson's drawing up a little play over there in this little mini timeout as we're sitting here. I'm excited to see Michael Durr. I don't know how anybody else feels about this kid coming in, but I have a feeling that, adding some size and with good weight, body, big bodied kid coming in here, I'm really excited to see him play. When he transferred in, when he came in from the portal, I was doing videos at the time, basically about Miller Kopp. I did one for Tamar Bates, Dane 5 coming to Indiana because I was really stoked about all of those. And I did not, once the summer rolled around, things got busy at work and I didn't have the time to make the extra videos. So I didn't get to go through, but Michael Durr, I'm really excited to see him play. I haven't watched a lot of him. He is a big bodied kid. Looks to be about, I'm guessing he's quite a bit bigger than Trace. So I'm going to say, I know he's at least 7 foot. I bet he pushes at least 250. Let's see if he's going to get to come in at this point in time or if he's subbing in for Fennessy. Can't tell yet. We'll find out how many free throws Fennessy's going to shoot, but some free throws for Rob would be really nice. Get him in rhythm. He's a really good free throw shooter. Rob Fennessy dribbles the ball, puts up his first free throw, and it's money. Rob Fennessy, I really believe that before this season gets into Big Ten, Rob is going to reassert himself into the starting lineup. Second free throw is getting ready to go up. It is up, and it is hard off the back iron. A little bit strong with the shot. So now they let Michael Durr come in. I'm not sure who he subbed in for. I see Tamar Bates, Galloway, Rob Fennessy, Geronimo, and Durr on the floor. Third free throw is up, and it is good. Fennessy hits 2 out of 3, and IU goes right back to the press. Trying to get some turnovers. Ball gets inbound. Press subsides. Fennessy's defending the ball handler, gets up in his face, comes across the timeline. Not letting anything happen easy for the kid running the point for the Northern Illinois. They go back into their dribble weave. Top of the key. Got the ball sitting there, passed off to the left wing. Left wing, dribble. Goes off to the right, stops at the free throw line, pulls up, passes, couple dribbles, nothing open. Little deep three-pointer, short off the iron. Picked up by Tamar Bates on the rebound, pissed the ball off to Fennessy, pushes it up the court. Fennessy at the top, passes to the left wing, down to the post. Michael Durr has the ball for the first time as a Hoosier, and he drops it off to Galloway for a layup. What a nice pass from the big man. Galloway gets his first 2 points of the game. Score is now 22-9. It looks like we got a timeout on the floor from Northern Illinois. Michael Durr with the assist on his first ball handling play for IU. Drops off a beautiful pass to Galloway, who's cutting to the basket. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. IU leads 22-9. Way better look today than what we looked the other day. Way better. the other day was god awful and ugly for most of the game. I did not think there was any rhythm whatsoever, but the unselfishness from this young team right now is really kicking it up. Super stoked to watch this as we go through the timeout here. Hey, at halftime today, when we get into halftime, I will drop the StreamYard link if anybody else wants to have some commentary on this. I'd love to show some video in here, but I'm pretty sure that I'll get copyright dinged for that, and I don't want to do that at all. It's in the blood. Hey, if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and if you like to see these games like this when they're not broadcast, share this thing out because I will try to do the next one if there's any more on the Big Ten Plus. Hey, Northern Illinois gets the ball inbound again. Finney is sticking right on his guy. He is not letting him have anything easy while dribbling the ball. Reaching, playing good defense. He pulls up his dribble at the top of the key, passes it off to the side, back over to the right wing. Right wing got the ball, dribble out, 25 foot from the basket, going off against Galloway, passes back off to the right wing. Up against Finney, dribble drive. Finney cuts him off at the baseline, makes him back out to the top of the key. There goes the pick. You get a switch. Got Durr out on the guy on the point guard. And they got a mismatch underneath. Oh, my God. He banked in a two with the time clock as the shooting clock was expiring. 22-11. Finney comes in with the ball. Finney goes to the left side. Dribble, passes. Looks like he's going to dribble back to the right wing. He passes back to Geronimo at the top of the key. Geronimo to Galloway. Galloway back out to Finney at the top. Finney drives. Gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Packs off to Galloway. Galloway dribble drive to the right. Passes it back out to Finney for the open three. And it's off the rim. Oh, I can't see. Oh, so the three-point shot bounced around and dropped in. The cameraman moved the camera off of the shot so I couldn't see the rim. Make this screen a little bigger. I don't know if that's what's causing my problems or not. Dribble back across the timeline. Tamar Bates has got the guy on the ball. Geronimo, dribble drive, passes off. Open baseline jump shot. Geronimo with the rebound. Passes off to Finney, pushing the ball back up the court again. Finney comes up, drives down the lane, passes off to Galloway, shoots. Oh, and Finney gets called for the charge on the pass. He took it too far down deep into the pocket and runs the guy over. That looks like that will be his second personal foul today. Hoosiers lead 25-11. So what I didn't see on that shot was on the open three-point shot by Finney, the ball bounced around on the rim, hit off the backboard, and he got a good roll on the three. I seen the official throw his arms up, but the camera work wasn't great. And they got the ball inbound again. Now they back off on the press. Xavier Johnson is back in for Finney as he goes to the bench. Pass off to the right wing, back to the top of the key, dribble drive, goes around, they're running the weave again. Running the weave, ball's at the top of the key, pulls up for a 26-footer off the back rim, bad shot, wasn't in rhythm. No, not enough passing in there for Northern Illinois. IU brings the ball back, Xavier Johnson runs into a double team, dribble pass, passes down to Durr. Durr with the dunk. Michael Durr, first shot of the year, is a slam dunk from a feed from Xavier Johnson on the nice pass. Michael Durr looks solid so far. He's playing good defense on his guy. Here we go. Back up the four. Ball's at the top of the key. Here is the thing. Northern Illinois is not operating in the lane. They are not operating anywhere near the basket. Indiana has got them pushed out to 22 to 24 feet. They drive up to the top of the key, pass off to the right, and he steps out of bounds and travels. Okay, he didn't travel. He pulled his pivot foot. We get the under 8 timeout again, and now I haven't been relaying the score, but IU is up 27-11 as we go into the timeout again. The defense today, I got to say the defense is solid, looks really good. I know we're talking about Northern Illinois. We're not talking about Big Ten competition, but this team is looking today like they should have looked the other day. They should have played dominant basketball. They've got the 16-point lead as we go into this timeout. I want to welcome anybody that has just gotten in here. I've started this broadcast today because I don't think that the Big Ten Network should be able to do, to decide what they want to play and put everybody else in and then make you pay for it once you have a subscription. So that's my personal preference. So if given the opportunity, I'm going to give you some play-by-play. If you want to listen to the radio, them guys are great on there as well. What I was going to do. I decided to go ahead and buy the Indiana University package today so that I could do these games on our sports channel. As we're coming close to the end of the timeout here, So far so good today. I'm trying to figure out. I'm really glad to see Michael Durr get in the game today. So far, he has contributed with an assist and a dunk. Xavier Johnson has played a lot better ball today. I don't think he has one turnover. Let me look at the stat sheet. As whereas the other day he was kind of careless with the ball. Right now, as we stand, Indiana is shooting 64% from the field. Miller Kopp is the only person that Miller Kopp and Parker Stewart did not start the game well today. They're both 0 for 2. Fennessy is on the bench right now with 2 fouls. But he also has 5 points. He had 2 free throws out of 3 and a nice three-pointer that he got a good roll on. Everybody else is playing very efficient basketball at the moment. All right, we're getting ready to come back out of the timeout. So far, so good in this first half. Super excited. Man, this season is going to be, I think it's going to be really good. And watching how they've recruited going forward, I hate to get too far ahead of myself because we need to shore up some things for this team. But as it stands right now, Mike Woodson has got a pretty good style of play in place. And I think he's picked the right guys to be on his program. Xavier Johnson passes off to Geronimo. Geronimo feeds the post down to Michael Durr. Durr's got the dribble. He's working the post, turns around, and he throws up a left-handed hook, and they missed it with an air ball, and Geronimo knocks the rebound out of bounds as he's trying to pick it up. That shot did not look good from Durr. He didn't look that comfortable beyond 8 feet out from the goal on the baseline. Ray Thompson checks back in for Geronimo. We're staying in the press. 6:58 to go in the first half. Northern Illinois got the ball. Inbounds right there. There you got Tamar Bates playing a little bit of a zone. He's staying close to his guy, keeping the point guard uncomfortable. Passes off to the left wing. Left wing got a pick set. They're going into the double team. They got him double teamed. Oh, and there's the steal. Here we come. Looks like we're going to get a nice dunk. Xavier Johnson with the steal and the dunk. Wide open fast break. Don't showboat, young man. Get back down the court and play some defense. All right, now they got the ball back up. Galloway is defending the ball handler. What is somebody just went down? And now they're going to get raced with a cheap foul. I don't know that was a foul. It looks like the guy lost his footing while getting leverage off of race. I can't see it. 29-11, 6:33 to go. And that foul is going to send Race right back to the bench. I think that's his second foul. And Miller Kopp will check back in for him. As the lineup as it stands right now, we've got Galloway, Tamar Bates, Xavier Johnson, Miller Kopp, and Trace Jackson Davis. We're going to shoot. I'm not sure if it's 1-1 or 2. Can't tell. First shot is up. Looks like a 1-1. And he misses it. Tamar Bates goes high for the rebound. Outlets to Xavier Johnson. Drives down the lane. Back up. Tamar Bates for 3 with a wide open shot in rhythm. Tamar Bates sinks a 3-pointer right on. Let's go. Come on. Keep pushing it. We don't only just want to win games. We want to dominate games. We want to beat people. That's the way you play basketball right there. Good pass, good shot. Playing defense on the switch. Oh, Trace Jackson Davis with the block, and he controls the block. Hands it off to Xavier Johnson as it crosses the timeline. Xavier Johnson pushes off a little bit. Passes to the right, left wing to Trey Galloway. God dang it. Resets the offense on the top of the key. Johnson's got the ball. Sets pick set by Trace. He's working on both sides of the pick. Goes to the left. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Kopp gets the ball. Passes across court. Galloway with the 3-pointer. Misses it. Trace Jackson Davis gets in for the rebound. It goes off of Trace's leg, it looks like. I don't know that. I couldn't see the ball at the angle there, but Trace tried to get the rebound. Got his hand in there, knocked it loose. Here comes the back the other way. 32-11, 5:37 to go in the first half. And there's the pass off to the right wing. Oh, there's a nice outlet, but there is a steal by Trace Jackson Davis. Here comes the ball back up. Xavier Johnson's got the ball, dribbles to the left, goes to the baseline, back to the top of the key. Tamar Bates passes to Galloway. Galloway drives the baseline, throws up a little floater, misses it, but Trace Jackson Davis gets a rebound, puts it in. 34-11, 5:14 to go in the first half. Here we go. Trace with the rebound and the putback. Brings the ball across the timeline onto the right side, back to the top of the key. Xavier Johnson guarding there. Miller Kopp. Almost a steal. Tamar Bates with a steal. He's got it coming down. Showtime. Oh, what did they do? They blew the whistle. Oh, I couldn't hear the whistle. They blew the whistle on him, but man, he was coming in there he was going to dunk it, dude. Oh my God. Look at the quick hands and the defensive pressure on this team right now. I know we're outmanning a team that we're supposed to outplay, but I think he must have stepped out of bounds when he got the steal, because it looks like they're going to give the ball back to Northern Illinois on the side there. We're having a timeout. It doesn't look like a team called it. I'm not sure why they're taking a timeout here. 5 minutes even to go in the first half. Indiana calls a timeout. I think Mike decides he wants to settle everybody down there. There's a couple smiles on the face. He's, diagramming something in the huddle there. But everybody looks pretty happy with the content of the play right there. Tamar Bates jumps in there for that steal, man. It was really something to behold. Hey, welcome everybody that is in here. We are 5 minutes to go in the first half today. This looks like this is going to be a short timeout. It's only a 30-second. We've got 62 in the house today. Please like, subscribe, and share this out. If you've got fans of Indiana want to watch something tonight, we're getting ready to get into close to halftime. I'm going to broadcast the whole game, play-by-play. Not happy with the Big Ten Network, so that's why we're in here tonight. Got a few others commenting in here today. We got Gary's Metal Detecting is in here. He says, hey, great job and have a good one. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. As the ball comes back into Northern Illinois, he's got the ball, top of the key, right, penetrate down the baseline, back to the middle, back out to the top of the key, drives the lane, goes up for a layup, and it is partially blocked by Trace, and he comes up with the rebound. Passes the ball over to Xavier Johnson. Xavier Johnson slows it down coming across the midcourt line here to reset the offense, get going here. I thought he was going to keep pushing it. Passes off to Kopp. Kopp goes back to Johnson. Down to the block to Trace. Trace has got the ball. The double team comes. Got two guys on him. He's in the corner. And they got smacked on the arm during the double team. I thought he was going to turn the ball over there. Man, Trace was down in the right corner. Had to dribble out of try to dribble out of the double team. And nobody came to help him right away there. I'm not sure what that was all about. Hey, help your big guy out when he starts dribbling the ball and somebody's open. Galloway takes the ball out from the side. There's a pick. Xavier Johnson comes up to pick it up. Xavier's got the ball, passes to Trace at the top of the key. Tamar Bates on the left wing, steps back three. Off the rim, no good. Keyshawn Williams drives the lane for them, and they get a fast break basket. Northern Illinois, 34-13. Oh, my gosh. Tamar Bates is down there. There comes Xavier Johnson and Miller Kopp, top of the key. Johnson back over to the right wing to Tamar Bates at the top of the key. Passes a little Aaron. Back to Xavier Johnson. Ball down on the post. All good block by Northern Illinois. Trace Jackson Davis had slipped the coverage there on the entry pass and was going to dunk it, and he got his hand in there and knocked the ball away. Looks like we're going to hit the under 4 timeout again here. 3:54 to go in the first half. Indiana leads Northern Illinois 34-13. As we stand right now, team leaders right now, Trace Jackson Davis is 4 for 5 from the floor with a grand total of 8 points. Going on down the list there. Oh, I'm sorry. Xavier Johnson is 4 for 5 from the floor as well with 9. That's some pretty solid numbers right there. I need to get a good stat sheet going here. Rob Vennessy has 5. Looks like Tamar Bates has the 1 3-pointer. And then a list of guys with 2 points right here. Looks like Jordan Geronimo, Trey Galloway, and Michael Durr all with 2 points apiece. We are in a full timeout here with 3:54 left in the first half. IU leads. The stat sheet is god-awful. I need to find a different one. Oh, it doesn't give me any more than what fouls, points, and field goals. Let me see if I can find something better here really quick while we're going. Let's see. That gives me the play-by-play, the summary. Still in a timeout here. I want to bring it back in here for a second. What do we got going in here? Have 56 in the house, 44 minutes in today. Hey, anybody in here that has a second to want to comment? What do you think about the job that Mike Woodson has done on the recruiting trail, his coaching staff, and getting a team ready for the Big Ten this year? It looks like they've got us picked to be middle of the road right now. We have a first-team All-American in Trace Jackson Davis that made a decision to come back and play for Mike Woodson. I got to say that I think that a lot of these guys made the right choice. I would like to say Aljamain Durham is playing well for Providence right now, and Virginia got beat the other day with the other boy. Once they transfer out of Indiana, I try not to keep up with them too much. It's a shame that them guys left. Aljamain Durham had a nice looking shot, but I think the transfer in of Xavier Johnson and Parker Stewart. Parker Stewart's not quite panned out just yet. He does look like he's worked on other aspects of his game, so he has bulked up a little bit. I'm really looking forward to him getting hot from the three-point line. We have got to improve this year from behind the arc. They are parachuting. They're dropping parachutes from the ceiling in Assembly Hall. I'm not sure what's on them, but everybody just keeps looking up. It's what they're showing on the monitor right now. All right. Oh, so that was not a block out of bounds. That was a foul. Trace Jackson Davis got fouled as he was going up for the dunk. He has got 2 shots. Trace shoots up the first free throw. Shot was true. Nothing but the bottom. 35-13 with 3:54 to go. Here we go with the second one. It looks like Parker Stewart's back on the floor. Tamar Bates, Miller Kopp, Xavier Johnson, and Trace Jackson short off the rim. Defensive rebound, bringing the ball up. Parker Stewart is guarding the point. Comes across the timeline. Pass back and forth. They're running the weave offense again, back to the top of the key, running back to the pass. Ball stays near the top of the key. Dribble drives the lane, goes up. Trace Jackson Davis just blocked this dude. Coming up, he was going to go lay it up. He goes straight up. Guy goes down, blocks the ball, doesn't let him score, knocks it out of bounds. He's got a big smile on his face right now as the point guard went hard to the lane and blew by his defender. Out of bounds to Northern Illinois. Ball comes in on the left wing. Baseline's got the ball. Tamar Bates defending. Dribble drive. Tamar Bates is going to get called for the foul. Looked like he hit him on the arm as he went up for the shot. He did get beat on the baseline a little bit there. Tamar Bates is a freshman, but his ball skills, he reminds me of somebody that I can't quite figure out yet. If I go back to a long time ago, Ricky Callaway is who he reminds me of, that was on the 87 team for IU. Free throw is up and is true and is good. 3:33 to go in the first half today. Indiana leads 35-14. Second free throw getting ready to go up. Kopp on the bottom block with Trace Jackson Davis. Shot is up and it is good. Somebody subbing in. Not sure who's coming in. Can't see it. All right, looks like it was a Northern Illinois sub. Ball is inbound to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates is driving up the lane here. He's bringing the ball across the timeline. Xavier's at the top of the key, ready to take off the handoff. Xavier drives right, draws the foul on the switch. Trace Jackson Davis's guy went to trade and jumped out in front of him and blocked. Looks like Xavier Johnson's going to go to the free throw line. My biggest knock on Xavier Johnson at Pitt was his turnovers, and I don't like his style of shooting. I feel like he's very unorthodox. But you know what? He's shot well so far, so who am I to say anything about his shot? Shoots the free throw. The 1-and-1 is up and hits the first. Indiana leads 36-15 with one more free throw coming for Xavier here. All right, Xavier has got the ball. Takes a deep breath. Looks at the goal, dribble, 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 and the shot is up, and it is also good. Indiana leads 37-13. They're back pressing again. Xavier is on the point. Man press, man press, man press. He's got him coming across the timeline. Hands off the ball at the top of the key. Running the weave offense at the top of the key again. Reset back to the top. Dribble, drive, left, right, stop, forced to go back out. Xavier's good defense with his feet. Passes off to the left wing by the baseline up against Kopp. Kopp reaches in, knocks the ball out. Oh, that was a bad call. Looked like he traveled. Kopp was straight up and down with him, and it looked like he knocked the ball out of his hands, but I don't know that he hit him on the hand. See if they show me the replay. I bet you they don't, but Miller Kopp gets called for a cheap one there. Yeah, it was good defense. Yeah, Miller Kopp was straight up and down with him. Unfortunate on the call. Crumps at the free throw line, misses horribly, and Tamar Bates ends up with the rebound. Here comes Xavier Johnson leading the offense back across the stripe. Xavier Johnson to the right wing. He's slow out here on the top of the key using the little clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Pick set by Trace. Runs off. Double team comes to Xavier. Passes off to Tamar Bates. Down to Trace. Trace drives underneath. Goes up. He is fouled on the floor before the shot. Trace is going back to the free throw line. Double team came on Xavier Johnson. He unloaded the ball across court to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates found Trace under the Jackson under the basket for the quick pass, and therefore he went to go up strong and drew the foul. It looks like the fouls are starting to mount up for Northern Illinois, like they are going deeper on their bench. I see that looks like they've already played 5 or 6 guys today extra. So Jackson's at the line. First of the 1-and-1 is up, and it is good. Trace knocks in another free throw. The lead is up to 23 points again, 38-15 with 2:42 to go in the first half. Trace's second free throw is up, and it is good as well. Miller Kopp on the press, takes the ball out of bounds. He's on the ball. A little bit of man press still, not too heavy. Xavier Johnson just meets the ball, not pushing him too hard. They were still running their weave offense across the top of the key. Defenses look good. There's a switch, goes down the baseline, throws it inside. Miller Kopp knocks it away, gets the ball back, and he dumps it off. Trace Jackson Davis with another block, but Northern Illinois comes up with the ball, passes back off, and Parker Stewart has the ball on another good play underneath. Trace runs to Tamar Bates for 3. Ooh. Man, I get so excited I stop talking. Northern Illinois comes down with the rebound and brings the ball back up. 2 minutes to go in the first half, 39-15. It looks like Tamar Bates reached as the guy was dribbling around him on the left wing again, and it looks like he is going to take a seat on the pine as Trey Galloway looks like he is going to be coming back in here shortly. They're not going to let the sub come in just yet. Oh. The kid's name, I think, is Noah Kahn at the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it is good. Tamar Bates goes back to the bench. Trey Galloway comes back into the game. 39-16, 2 minutes to go. Second free throw is getting ready to go up here. Kopp and Trace are down on the block. Here's the shot. It is also good. Looks like another sub's coming into the game. And Miller Kopp will take the ball out of bounds. Looks like it's either going to be Galloway or Johnson bringing the ball up. Galloway has the inbound pass. Everybody backs off. Galloway's dribbling the ball. A lot of point guard by committee for this team here. It looks like we are playing positionless basketball because I see people not usually handling the ball. Parker Stewart on the left wing looking for Trace. Can't get it. Feeds back out to Xavier. Xavier passes off to Trace. Trace drives the lane, misses the dunk. Here comes the rebound. Northern Illinois is pushing the ball back up the court the other direction. Pass inside. Big guy's got it. And there's another block by Trace. Miller Kopp saves the ball coming back inbounds. Xavier Johnson passes off to Galloway, back to Parker Stewart for the open 3. Misses. Defensive rebound coming back up the court. Getting a little fast-paced here in this last minute. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Drives, passes off. It takes a shot. Parker Stewart called with the foul. And I don't even know that he did. It looked like he was just sitting there straight up and down. I don't know. A lot of tic-tac fouls in this game here today. The score is right now, Darren Wagler. The score is 39-17 with 1:12 left to go in the first half. And Northern Illinois is at the free throw line, and they just buried a free throw, 39-18. Got one more free throw to go here. Kopp and Trace are on the block. Here we go. Shot is up, and he hits both free throws. You know, IU's got a lot of senseless fouling today, and I'm not sure that they are all been fouls. They're calling the game pretty tight, but you know they're racking up foul trouble so far today. Their press is back on again. Looks like Kopp inbounds to Johnson, and Johnson gets pushed immediately. You would think it was the last 30 seconds of a game trying to do clock preservation, but no. Johnson will go to the free throw line. It looks like he will get. He looks like he's going to get 2 free throws from here on out. 39-19 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Xavier Johnson shoots the first free throw, and it is good. 40-19. Xavier Johnson getting ready for the second free throw. Let's see if it goes in, if they press. And there's the second one up. He rolls around and knocks it in. Nice touch. A little bit flat on the shot, but it went down. Miller Kopp pressures the ball. Looks like Galloway's got the point, and he is backing up. Drive to the right side, pass it off. They're running their weave offense out at 23 feet. Ball's on the left wing, back to the top of the key. Kahn drives the left, goes all the way in. I think he turns it over. Yeah, he didn't have nobody to pass to. He drove the lane. Trace Jackson Davis jumped up even with him big, long arms. He had nobody to pass it to and threw it out of bounds. IU ball on the turnover. Kopp is taking the ball out of bounds. Pass comes inbound to Johnson. Johnson sits there, gets everybody, releases, and it's man press still for Northern Illinois as we cross. 47 seconds to go in the first half. Galloway's on the right wing with the ball right now. And it looks like Trace is going to draw a foul from number 5 down on the block as he's trying to gain position on the block. Looks like Trace is going to go to the line with 43 seconds left in the first half. Absolutely well-played half by IU. The other night did not look so good. Free throw shooting looks to be improved. I got to find a solid stat sheet here in a minute. Trace hits the first one, pure. Once you start getting in that rhythm on that free throw line, it's easy to start knocking them down. 42-19, 43.1 seconds left to go in the first half. Trace shoots the second free throw, and it is good. Northern Illinois takes the ball out. IU is still pressing on defense. Parker Stewart's got the point guard coming across the line. They run their weave offense off to the left wing, back top of the key, back to top of the key again. Drives right. Oh, and there is a steal. Xavier Johnson with the steal, comes up, alley-oop to Trace. Oh, Trace didn't see it, but he gets the rebound off the glass, gets the foul, and puts it in for one. So Xavier Johnson thought that he was going to have Trace there for the alley-oop, did a little bit of a showboat toss there. Ball goes off the glass. Trace gets the rebound, goes back up strong with a little floater coming in towards the layup, and draws a foul and one. Jordan Geronimo just come back in for Miller Kopp. We have 24.6 seconds to go in the half. Trace is at the free throw line with a 45-19 lead. Geronimo and Parker Stewart are down on the low block. Galloway and Xavier Johnson are back. I can't just call him Johnson. I got to call him Xavier. Yeah, Steve, I'm with you. They have done better today, Steve. Trace hits the free throw. It's when they shoot in rhythm that they seem to be doing better. Oh, my gosh. Geronimo almost has a steal. Here comes pushing the ball up, shoots it. That's a goaltend, but they didn't call it. Jackson Davis gets another block, but that was a goaltend. Uh-oh. We have some extracurricular activities going. The camera's really kind of sucking here today because I did not get to see what happened. Hopefully they're going to show me a replay, but that had to be a goaltend. I'm just saying that if that wasn't a goaltend, that was the highest I've seen anybody ever get up on the basketball to block a shot. So it looks like frustration on Northern Illinois is going to cost them. They're going to get some form of a flagrant. They took exception to that block from Trace Jackson Davis. I hope they show me a replay so I can get it all right. The camera work on this Big Ten Plus does not seem – they seem to be slow with it today because I'm having issue keeping up. So 13.9 seconds to go. It looks like I'm not sure how this is going to play out here. Come on. I don't know if they have the ability to show it on here, to show replay. Come on. I want to see something here. The commentators that they have in here today are basically saying the same thing that I was just saying a minute ago. It looked like that ball had to be coming down at that point in the shot. You would think that I have something really going on here because they're just now getting to the point about Trace Jackson's length and how long he plays in the post. They have not been able to get much by him today. I have not checked an accurate stack sheet yet, but I bet he's got 5 blocks in this first half, if not 6. Yeah, they are still looking at this play at the clock over there. And the whole IU bench is involved in the huddle. Everybody looks to be having a good time. I've got to say, man, Geronimo, whom I wasn't sure what kind of player he was going to end up being, has played very efficient basketball thus far. Parker Stewart has not been involved a whole lot, and he is a scorer. There's a lot of good scorers on this team. Once we get a definitive three-point shooter that's going to be consistent and that hits, I think it's going to end up being Fennessy and Stewart this year. But once we get that nailed in and start getting more consistent from the outside, Trace and Race is only going to get better underneath. I think they're limiting Michael Durr today because he hasn't played but just a little bit of time yet. I think they're trying to slowly work him in. Not sure what his injury was. And I know Tavar Bates was hurt as well. They are over there sitting there with one another talking about it. I'd like to see Mr. Christian Lander get a little bit of time today. I really feel like that kid is going to be a good basketball player. He is so quick. I know he probably doesn't fit into the scheme right now with the way everything is going, but Christian Lander is going to be a really good ball player. I really don't think he should have come out of school a year early to play. Doesn't that seem like a mistake? Because last year he just looked too small. He looked like he had not bulked up, and he looked like he was playing. It was just like a sophomore going to the NBA that's not ready. And the other kid that I haven't seen yet this year play is Anthony Leal. So Jackson Davis misses the first free throw. They're showing the bench. They're not even showing him shoot his free throws. So he hits 1 out of 2 of the regular free throws. Looks like IU is going to get the ball back out of bounds. I'm not even really listening a lot to the commentators, so it's kind of Parker Stewart's got the ball under the goal, passes back out. Johnson's open. He dribble drive to the right, passes off to Galloway for 3. Oof. Looks like Geronimo's going to get called for a push on the rebound. So 8.3 seconds left. We're going to go to the other end and shoot free throws, it looks like. Man, this has been a foul happy. Yeah, I think that I can't see I didn't hear which one, Leslie. I'm not really sure. I will look here in just a second because I'm trying not to listen to the commentary so that I can keep bringing it up. First free throw is in and is good. 47-20 with 8.3 seconds left to go in the first half. It looks like he's going to get a second shot here, and it is up, and it is off the rim. Trace got the rebound, outlets to Johnson. Johnson comes across the timeline. 5 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, dribble. I think they're going to call him for a travel. Yeah, he got bumped, but he didn't throw the ball up, and he walked with the ball. 1.2 seconds left to go. Dribble, shoot, and all right, we have come to halftime here. 47-20 score. IU played a great first half of basketball. Let's go through some of the points really quick, really fast. All right. Oops. I know. Maybe I won't. Let's see. I am going to copy this link right here and paste it. Hey, there is the StreamYard link. I know that this is some risky business sometime, but if you want to join in while we're at halftime, 66 in the house right now, an hour and 5 minutes into the stream. Click on that link and set up your account, and you're more than welcome to come in here and talk some basketball. or anything else you want to talk about. We're going to go through some of the stats right now as we've just started halftime. I need to find a really good box score because the one I'm looking at is crap. 1 second, please. Let's see. All right, let's go through ESPN today because it seems like my box score for my college game is not what I want it to be right now. NCAA men's basketball. There we are. Pretty solid first half. Hey, for anybody else that's local area or close to us, UC is dominating in South Florida today. It's 31-7 in the third quarter. UC making a bid for a chance to play in the playoff this year. It's been a lot of fun watching those guys with this season. Although I don't think they're absolutely a great team, I think with that quarterback, they got a chance to beat anybody, and they play pretty good defense as well. Let's see here. NCAA men's scores right there. It is. Let me get a good box score because my box scores right now and other scores today looks like Duke is up 38-25 at halftime. University of Kentucky's up 46-30 against Robert Morris, and Ohio State had to go to the buzzer to beat Akron the other night with a last-second shot, and they are struggling against Niagara right now. They gave up 41 points to Niagara in the first half. Virginia is leading Radford right now by 20 points. Wow, that really surprised me about Ohio State struggling early on, as you know they're currently ranked. Let's see. Let's get into here. That really surprises me though because I felt like that game they played the other day, I thought it was a fluke, but yet they're still struggling today. All right, get to the Indiana Hoosiers here. Let's see what we got for this ball. Whoops, where's that? All right, that's a better box score right there. Full box score. All right, so we are sitting here at halftime. Let's talk a little bit about Northern Illinois. Only shot 23% from the field, 20% from the three-point line. They did get most of their points from the free throw stripe, 9 for 14 at a 64% clip. Total rebounds in the game so far is 16 for them with 4 offensive rebounds. The players that I consider we needed to focus on was Hankerson, who this game so far in the first half, he only has 3 points and is 1 for 5. He has 4 defensive rebounds, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, and 2 fouls. And then the other guy that was the rebounding machine was Crump. And he's got 2 rebounds in the game, only 1 assist. Those were the 2 guys that I felt that IU needed to focus on today. Trace Jackson Davis in the first half, 17 points. He has 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and man, I called it 6 block shots. Excuse me. Only 1 turnover and 1 personal foul. Trace Jackson Davis playing like a man today. Miller Kopp has 0 points. He has 2 fouls. He's not being very productive in this game. Race Thompson has not been in the game hardly at all. He's got 3 points with 1 for 2 3-point shooting, 2 rebounds, and he does have the 2 fouls. Xavier Johnson, on the other hand, is having a really good game today. He's 4 for 5 from the field, 1 from behind the 3-point line, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, with a grand total of 13 points, showing his worth as a transfer. Really stepping in and playing well. What we have to keep watching out with him is this line right here. He has 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, but he does have 2 turnovers. He does get a little careless with the ball, but if you're putting up productivity like that, I'll take an extra turnover here and there, especially if nobody else is turning the ball over. As far as the guys that came in off the bench, Parker Stewart did not score in the first half. He had a couple rebounds, 1 personal foul. Jordan Geronimo got the dunk. He's got 2 points, 1 defensive rebound. Michael Durr got the 1 bad shot, went 1 for 2 from the field, has an assist, and scored 2 points in limited time on the court. Tamar Bates is 1 from 2 from the field, one of that being a three-pointer that he did hit. He has 3 points. Trey Galloway is 1 for 4, has not knocked the ball down very well, 0 for 2 from 3. He does have an assist. And Rob Vennessy is 1 for 1 from the field with a three-pointer and 2 for 3 from the three-point free throw line for 5 points, grand totaling IU out at 47 points in the game. I'm going to swing back over to the chat here. And so far, there's a lot of people in here that are watching today and not commenting. I appreciate y'all joining me tonight for this game that I would love to be able just to show the game to you as well. But, copyright strikes aren't much fun on YouTube, and they don't have much mercy as far as that goes. So this is as good as it gets from my end. I hope you guys are enjoying hanging out with me tonight. This ball game has been way different than the other day. The other day they looked out of sorts. They didn't look like there was any rhythm at all on offense. Today they're sharing. There's a lot of rhythm. Defensive intensity so far has been solid for this team. Trace Jackson-Davis is not letting anything down in the paint. And you got to remember, Race Thompson's been on the bench with personal foul trouble today. So has Michael Durr has not had very many minutes yet. So the other part of the big part of these guys, we're not seeing yet. So we've got one big man on the court. The true statement of positionless basketball is real. I saw Race running the point in this game for a little while. Very comfortable with the basketball, very good passer. Looking at the way things are going, I'm going to check back to the broadcast here to see how we are looking. We are still sitting at halftime. I do not see a time before we go back to playing. It is 47-20. IU leading Northern Illinois. The fact that these guys played a better game against the University of Washington and won that game on the road, I don't know if that's saying that Washington is just bad this year. I'm not sure. I haven't delved into a lot of other teams thus far. There's a lot of good teams in this Big Ten this year, and I know Illinois has had some trouble with keeping players on the floor. I know Kofi Coburn is on a suspension for selling IU gear in the offseason. Not sure what that's all about, but he's serving 3. Cabello was out the other day. I'm not sure why. They're going to be formidable this year as well. I'm really looking forward to playing Michigan this year because I feel like we match up with Michigan really well right now. This Big Ten season is going to be awesome. Anytime that these games are like this, I will broadcast in here. I might even set up I'm pretty sure that I probably won't be able to draw a crowd in here when the games are nationally televised. But be sure to come in and check me out during halftime and post game on games that are nationally televised, because I will be in here doing commentary for that. If you like what I have to say, please sub this channel out. When this stream is over today and you're done, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. What can I do better? What can I make it more enjoyable for you guys? I want to sit in here on this sports channel and promote and do well. I would like to improve. I'm not the most well-spoken person in the world right now, but I'm learning how to call a game. And I thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. It's been so much fun. I cannot wait for the second half to begin. A lot better performance on the floor. What do you guys think of Mike Woodson? How did you feel about him when he was hired as a coach? And then he goes out and he gets Dane Fife. And I know we all love Dane Fife because of the hard-nosed defense that kid played back in, the early 2000s when he was on the team. How do you feel this team is going to progress this year? I really want some alternative opinions on what they think is going to happen this year, because I feel like there's going to this early season stuff is going to be ups and downs. It's going to be learning curves. We're going to see how they're going to play. I felt like we were going to go more to the Florida State style where you're running 12 guys out on the court. He's been a little bit more selective with his substitutions at this point. I'm really surprised that we're not going deeper into the bench early in these games. Hey, what do you guys think? I need comments. I need feedback. I'm a pretty good connoisseur of college basketball, especially IU basketball. I never got excited about Archie Miller. I never really even got excited about Tom Crean. I like Tom Crean. I think Tom Crean's an excellent coach. I think Archie Miller was in way over his head at this university and this style. Tom Crean was in his element. He had the right spot. And you know what? He's going to do well because Tom Crean is an energetic guy. He is a great coach, honestly. But the Indiana fan base is rabid. You know what? We had the best coach probably to ever grace college basketball, with Mr. Bob Knight. To see Mr. Bob Knight at this basketball court again, showing support for this team and showing support for Mike makes me happy. And with that being said, while we're at halftime here, let me just throw that picture out there again because you know what? I want to see that again. Steve, it's not that I'm not a big fan of Big Ten Plus. I'm just not a fan of having to pay for it because I feel like that my cable package, like, for example, let me make the point here. So my cable package has movie channels on it, and I get HBO. But with my purchase of HBO through my cable package, I get HBO Max for free. So I can put HBO Max on my phone, and I can go out and I can watch whatever they have on HBO Max because I can log into it through my cable service. Paying for the Big Ten network in my sports package, I feel as though any streaming app that they provide, I should be able to watch that for free on here. I think it's money hungry. I'm not really sure why they're doing it, but I'm sure that there's probably 15 to 20,000 people in the state right now that were thinking that they are not going to pay, an extra, just for Indiana University is $10 a month after taxes and something that came out to $11. So, what I got, my daughter and I, we have this sports channel. We talk a lot of football, a lot of Cincinnati Reds baseball, and I'm an IU fan from the time I could walk. And so I'm going to broadcast it whenever there's no chance to watch it. That's the point. At some point, Alex, that's going to happen because you're watching these guys progress out here right now, and they're finding ways to get the ball down inside. I'm looking forward to seeing somebody throw out his own defense, packing it in tight and making us shoot from the outside. It's going to happen at some point because the dribble penetration that we're getting right now with Xavier Johnson and getting through this defense, and then with the outlets that you got on the baseline with Trace Jackson Davis on the block, and Race Thompson's a wide body. Race is only 6'8", but he's a wide body. He's a strong body. The 12-foot and end section of this team is phenomenal. There's a lot of really good scorers. But as soon as these defenses start packing it in and saying, hey, they're going to dare us to make three-pointers, that's when guys like Parker Stewart, Rob Vennessy, Xavier Johnson, Jordan Geronimo, everybody that has to be able to step out and hit a shot to keep a defense honest. And that, we haven't seen that yet. Everybody is dead set on playing early in the season. They're going to play their bread and butter defense. And I get that. You know what? A lot of teams like to play man-to-man. Not many teams play zone anymore. Other than Syracuse, you don't have a team that plays predominantly zone in the Big Ten at all. I mean, Syracuse is in the ACC, I know, but that's about the only team I can think of that actually, sticks to that zone defense. You've got to be able to hit the outside shot in college basketball because, no offense to Trace Jackson Davis, he's a big kid, but he's not a thick kid. When you go up against Illinois, getting that ball down inside with Kofi Cockburn, it's not going to be the same as it is playing against Northern Illinois. Kofi Cockburn is a big man. The kid at Michigan, he's 7 foot and he's a big guy. I mean, Hunter Dickinson, you've got big players in the Big Ten. The Big Ten is the most physical conference in America. So we are going to have to be able to shoot if nothing else, we're going to have to be able to hit any kind of outside jump shot. I don't know that we need to, focus on hitting three-pointers all the time. That's the, the bonus point, whatever. But anything from a 17 to a 21-foot jump shot, we're going to have to hit to make defenses play us honest. And you know what? If I can sit here and make the analogy that, we're not shooting the ball that well from the outside yet, what do you think every other coach in the Big Ten is doing right now? If they're scouting teams, they're going to see what you do well. They're going to see what which you don't do so well, and they're going to try to take away your best player. So we're going to have what we've seen tonight. You're going to have teams that are going to try to take away Trace from this offense. They're going to try to force him into situations where he makes turnovers and makes somebody else beat you. Now, Xavier Johnson has picked up the slack in these first 2 games because he has played good. He's shot the ball well. He's hit his jump shots. He's taken some of that pressure off of Trace. But you have got to get a whole team effort in to playing. When you're talking about playing basketball late into March, that's where you're going to have to be. We're getting ready to start the second half here, but that is an excellent point. The fact of it is that we have got to hit 3-pointers. So, when they're available, taking the good shot is where it's at, and we'll definitely comment about that in the post game today. I'm going to drop this comment back down and move you guys over a little bit so I can see the whole screen. Won't be able to see comments all the time right now because I'm trying to make a bigger screen on my TV. Let's get that right there. There we go. Let's see how that works out. Okay, the ball is Northern Illinois' ball. We look like we are back to our starting 5, and we are at the left-hand wing here. Hands off on the wing, back up to the top of the key, sets a pick, rolls to the right, back to the left. Got the ball, dribbles down, takes an 18-foot jump shot, short off the rim. Race Thompson with the rebound. Miller Kopp crashes to the ground. Race brings the ball up the court fast, passes off to Parker Stewart on the right wing, drives the baseline, passes it back out to Xavier Johnson. It was a miss pass. Miller Kopp misses. Parker Stewart with a 3 from the corner. And it was hard off the back iron. Defensive rebound, pushing the ball up the court, straight up the middle. Ball is back and forth, running the weave. They have got the ball back on the top, and they reset. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ball dribbles off to the right, passes up to the top of the key. Here we go again. Runs to the left. Trace comes over and helps cut him off. Passes out. Looks like they're going to try to get the ball down to the baseline. Gets it down against Trace. Let's see if he can go against him. Trace bumps. Goes up with a shot. Gets the shot off, but Trace had a hand in his face. He didn't even draw iron. Good defense by Trace Jackson. Rebound came to Race Thompson. We're coming back up the court. Xavier Johnson's got the ball on the left wing. One-on-one out high. He's got to call him to get everybody to clear out a little bit. Passes the ball off to Race Thompson at the top of the key. Race makes a bad pass. Trace didn't see him. He thought Race, and a fast break coming, pulls up for the short J. Race with the rebound, and Race is going to bring the ball up. Hands off to Xavier Johnson at midcourt. Xavier comes up, passes off to Parker, over to Miller Kopp in the corner. Miller's playing, dribbles into the middle, comes up, shoots the 12-footer. Bad shot. He forced it. 15-footer. Miller Kopp scores his first basket of the game on a 14-foot jump shot after an offensive rebound by Race Thompson. 49-20, 18:06 to go in the second half. Still playing solid man-to-man defense. Good pick. You get the ball out there on the wing, dribbles the lane, goes in, makes a bad pass. The guy cut underneath the basket, and he thought he was breaking to the corner for the 3-pointer. It's a turnover. Already a sub coming in for Northern Illinois, number 2. I think his name is Gordon. Xavier Johnson walks the ball up the court. 17:53, comes across the timeline, passes to Trace at the top of the key, hands back off on the left wing. Forces the ball into Race down underneath. Race goes up with the shot and draws a foul from Crump. Looks like he's going to get 2 free throws. Yeah, see, there you go. Now Indiana comes out this half, and it looks like they're trying to involve different players in the offense and different positions. Race is on the block as opposed to being at the top of the key like he started the game. Yes, sir. Glad to see that Kopp stayed with that. Yes, sir. Race Thompson is a good free throw shooter. He's got good form. He didn't hit a lot well last year, but he makes the first free throw. 17:44 to go in the first half. Second free throw getting ready to go up. Indiana leads 50-20. Second free throw is up, and it is nothing but the bottom. IU stays in their man-to-man press for him. Xavier Johnson is on the point guard. Here comes a pick, backs off, comes across the timeline. Offense starts at the top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles to the right. Trace cuts him off. Xavier comes back and picks up the foul. Trace came over on the switch. Xavier cut him back off on the baseline because the guard went around Trace, and he picks up a foul right there. First foul of the second half from Xavier Johnson. Taking the ball out from underneath the basket. Double pick set. Ball out to the top of the key, looking for something underneath. Comes off the wing, shoots a shot, misses. Oh, that's going to be an offensive rebound. That's got to Oh, they called Xavier Johnson for another foul, but I think he got hooked there. It looked like the guy was holding on to him when he got the one-handed rebound. Xavier's going to have to go to the bench, and we will now see Rob Fennessy. Xavier's played really good. He picks up 2 cheap fouls to start the second half. Ball's coming inbounds. Oh, he gets it underneath, but he doesn't. Oh, makes a bad pass on the inbound. Rob Fennessy had made him adjust his pass a little bit. Had a cutter to the basket and turns the ball back over. All right, IU's got the ball again. Here we go again. Rob Fennessy's going to bring the ball up. I want to see Rob get hot this half because that's the guy on this team that's going to make them go. He passes off to Rob's got the ball on the left wing again. Looking, dribble. Passes it down onto the post to Race Thompson. Race passes it back out to Parker Stewart. Parker drives, draws the foul. We're moving good without the ball. Once these passes are getting made, these guys are cutting. Everybody's cutting to the hoop, making, good hard cuts. This motion style offense is playing really well right now because these guys are not standing around being stagnant. 3-man pick set, ball gets inbounded. He still hasn't thrown it in yet. Goes out top to Parker. Parker goes over to the left, back over to Miller Kopp on the wing. Kopp dribbles to the top of the key. Looks like we're going to have it pass to Race Thompson off the pick. He puts a shot up. Hard off the glass, defensive rebound. Here comes the ball again. Northern Illinois brings it across the timeline, sets up at the top of the key, sets a pick on the point. We got a switch, and he makes a hard pass to the corner. Down inside, Trace has got defense. Oh, another block for Trace Jackson Davis. He's going to get double-digit blocks today if he keeps this up. Off to Parker on the wing on the fast break, and it's off the rim. Race Thompson with the offensive glass cleans it up, puts it in for 2 more. 53-20, 16-27 to go in the first half or the second half. My screen is just not big enough. I cannot. They don't. It's bad. The camera is bad. Ball's at the top of the key. Dribble right. Man, these whistles are blowing for no reason. They're not even allowing to touch on defense. I wonder if these officials are looking at that first half and how that ended up, and they're going to try to prevent this from becoming a physical style game. These guys are going to the bench with fouls. Here we go, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Fennessy's on defense. Passes the ball off. Round the horn they go to the left wing. Parker Stewart's defending there. There's the ball back out to the top of the key. Ball over to the right wing, shoots the 3, and it's short off the rim. Race Thompson cleans up another rebound and pushes the ball up the court. Race is driving up to the top of the key, passes it in, forced that pass into Trace. The ball got stolen away. Here comes Northern Illinois on the fast break. Good defense by Race, gets the ball back, made up for it on defense there. He's stuck with the ball. Fennessy gets the outlet pass, comes across the timeline, passes to the corner to Miller Kopp. Kopp into Trace. Good defensive play by Northern Illinois to knock that ball away. We hit the first timeout here in the second half with the score being 53-20, 15:34 on the clock, and we're a timeout on the floor. Indiana Creek Walker, glad to see Cobb stayed with it. I seen your comment a minute ago. Yeah, thank you for that. I'm glad to see you in the chat today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this channel out if you like seeing this. Hey, you got my good buddy up there, Mr. Bob Knight, with Mike Woodson sitting on there during practice earlier. What do you think about that? It is, as an IU fan, when Bob Knight was removed from this university, it was heartbreaking. Neil Reed, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. You know what? Maybe he didn't deserve to be touched or whatnot, but that man sitting on the bench right there, he loved those kids. And Neil Reed was a lazy ball player, and he was trying to make a man out of him. How many guys came through this university under Coach Bob Knight and turned into good men, productive people in society that have their heart and their minds in the right place. Bob Knight is a legend, and this court needs to be named after him. I really, truly believed, in running him out of IU, because he wasn't, having as good as seasons. That I don't know. I really hated that for this university. And you know what? There's probably a lot more to this than what we saw. But, that man cared about this university. He was hurt, and then he went to Texas Tech and did well down there. I still love Bob Knight, and I love seeing him and Mike Woodson together on the sidelines here. We're still during the timeout here. a little bit sloppy to start this second half. Ethan Helford, how are you doing, sir? Nice to see you chatting in here tonight. Please give a like and on this live stream. Share it out if possible. And at the end of the day today, when I'm done with this one, please comment. I'd like to know how you all feel and whether you enjoy watching one of these Big Ten Plus games when you can't watch them on your TV. Bob Knight was a lot like a strict dad. I know my dad was just like him. Some kids are not ready for that kind of coaching. Just the truth. Totally agree. My dad raised me the same way. I'm a respectful human being. I love everybody. And you know what? Yeah, well, hold on a second. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, that is IU's loss. And you know what? Neil Reed is dead. Let's not speak ill of him. I agree with that. I shouldn't do that. I just didn't like him as a ball player, and I didn't like how that played out for Bob Knight. We're going to go back to the second half. What? They have called another foul already. Where did this go? Okay. I'm not sure what just happened there. Here we go. Ball is inbounded to Fennessy on the corner. Drives into the lane, passes off to Kopp, draws the foul. Good job, Fennessy. Yeah, the whole end of the Bob Knight era was unfortunate for a lot of people. And you know what? It is what it is. I disagreed with the University of Fennessy from the corner for three. No, and off Trace Jackson's hands, out of bounds. He did not look like he got set on that inbound pass for the three, but the shot was just a little short. IU is going to continue to press. Rob Fennessy's on the ball, looking for a way to get a steal. Hard on defense, cuts him off again, passes back off to the left. Race Thompson's playing defense out on the wing. We've got another ball at the top of the key, passes off, it goes in the lane. Dribble drive passes, Parker Stewart with the steal. Stewart's forcing the ball up the court. Hands off to Kopp. Kopp lays it up, and they're going to call a foul. Kopp missed the layup, and Trace followed it with the dunk, but I think they're going to get one of the other guys with the foul there on Kopp. I think Kopp's going to the free throw line. Miller Kopp shooting at the free throw line. First free throw is in, and it is good. 54-20 with 15:07 remaining in the second half. I really hope Woodson goes deep into the bench today because I want to see Logan Duncombe play. I want to see Anthony Leal and Christian Lander on the floor. And both free throws are good. It is always full. They have not noted the attendance, but I haven't seen an open seat anywhere. All right. Parker's pressuring the ball as they come across the timeline again. He's sitting out there on the right wing, dribble drive to the right, tries to get around him, can't get around him, passes back out to the top. They reverse the ball around into their weave offense at the top of the key. Rob Fennessy's defending the Northern Illinois player. He shoots a jump shot, and they call Fennessy for a foul. And maybe I wouldn't have fouled there. With a 35-point lead today for IU, they're going to send them back to the line. That's probably been yes, Indiana Creek Walker, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Let's play 40 minutes of basketball. Keep it hard-nosed. I don't want to see him let off the gas. Missed the free throw. First shot is a miss. They sent in a couple subs. The guy I thought that they ejected is back in the game, so maybe they didn't eject anybody. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look. Second free throw is up, and it is good. Race takes the ball out, throws it into Fennessy. Fennessy's dribbling up the court. He's pushing it across the timeline. He's got it going to be tied up. He falls to the ground. Guy goes for the steal, and ends up with a tie-up. It looks like it's going to be Indiana's basketball on the tie-up. Yeah, that double team came pretty quick. Here, Miller Kopp's taking the ball out, inbounds to Trace down on the block. Northern Illinois has done a much better job. Trace goes up with a shot, draws a foul. they have done a much better job of manning up to Trace and keeping him from being able to drive. They're not letting him get the penetration off the dribble that he got in the first half. I know we're only 6 minutes into the second half or 5.5, but Trace goes over the shot, gets fouled. He's at the free throw line, going to shoot two. See that left-handed stroke, a little hard off the back iron. Trace is 7 for 10 from the stripe tonight. He's going to try to make it 8 for 11, and he does not. He missed 2 free throws in a row. That one rimmed out. Northern Illinois pushes the ball up the court, dribbling at the top of the key, back and forth, looking for somebody to pass to. Resets the offense. Has a pick at the top of the key. Finney goes around the pick, picks up his dribble, knocks it out of his hand. Double dribble. Yeah, so he picked up his dribble. The ball fell out of his hand, and then he picked it back up, and then they called him for the double dribble. 21-55, 14-19 to go in the second half. Finney's got the ball coming across the timeline. Finney looks smooth at the point. And pass into Trace. Trace sitting there on the block, dribbles around, puts up the shot, little soft. Race Thompson with the tip in. Soft off the rim. Race gets the tip in. Another basket for Indiana, 57-21. Ball comes up the court fast. We're coming on the left side of the line. Back across to the right, dribbles across, drives all the way in. Jump shot from the right wing, misses. Race Thompson with another rebound. It looks like we're going to get another foul on the rebound. Race is a beast. He's a man underneath the glass. Picking up the rebound. Stat sheet's just filling up for our guys under the basket. Filling the stat sheet up. I'm really concerned that we haven't seen Michael Durr yet again. It looks like Tamar Bates is going to come in off the bench. Looks like he's going to replace Parker Stewart's going to go back to the bench. Bates comes in. You know what? And I look over here on the bench. I see Anthony Lill, Logan Duncombe, and Christian Lander all have pulled their jackets off. So maybe they're going to go in here in the second half some today. Going to get some rotational minutes. Those guys that were here last year, Logan Duncombe's a freshman. He's probably going to be one of the last ones in unless we get into foul trouble. Race Thompson with the second free throw is up, and it is hard off the back iron. Northern Illinois with the rebounds, bringing the ball up kind of slow. Rob Finney putting pressure on the dribble. Cutting him off to the right, to the left. There sets a pick. Picks up his dribble 30 foot from the basket. Nobody to pass to. 3, 4. He gets a 5-second call. Good job, Rob. Nice defense. Rob forced him into picking up his dribble near the sideline. Had basically a little mini trap going there, and nobody came to help him with the ball, and everybody else defended, got between their man and the ball, and he had nobody to pass to and drew a 5-second call. I did not see Logan Duncombe play in that game, sir. I'll have to go back and look. Tamar Bates has got the ball on the right wing. He dribbles into a double team. The guy pulls back off. Passes the ball off to Miller Kopp on the left wing. Kopp's out there, drives to the baseline, has an open man somewhere because he got doubled. Race gets the ball and knocked away. Here comes Northern Illinois on the fast break. Kopp cuts off the dribble. Miller Kopp just did something that was outstanding right there. As he were dribbling and trying to get a fast break, Miller Kopp cut him off and made him go to the wing instead of going straight down the lane. Got his feet, got in front of him, and made him go another direction. That is how you stop the fast break. There's an open three-point shot. Hard off the back iron. Race Thompson was going to have the rebound, and he got hit in the head. So it looks like we're going back the other way. It looks like Trey Galloway's getting ready to check back in. Number 13 committed the foul. I don't know his name. I'm not going to make it a point to get these guys' names. The Big Ten players, I know all of them, and I'll be able to comment on those guys, especially. But those will probably be post-game wrap-ups and stuff like that. Hey, guys, if you like my analogies of the game and you like the way I called the game today, after this stream is over, make sure you leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. I love criticism as well. I think that everything is just an opportunity to try to get better. I'm super stoked with the crowd that we've had in here tonight. It's nice to have. And first free throw was up, and it was good. Second free throw is coming in now, and it is also good. 60-21. 12:46, getting ready to have the under 12 timeout coming up here shortly. Dribble penetration across the right wing. Oh, Rob Fennessy almost cut that pass off and had it. Playing solid defense. IU is up 60-21. Passed off to the right wing, looking for a shot. Race Thompson's playing solid man-to-man. Trace finally gets hacked with the goaltend. That's fair enough. He's probably got 2 or 3 today that I thought should have been goaltending. When you guys get a chance to see some of the highlights from this game tonight, they're going to show that block again. If that wasn't a goaltend, that was the highest I ever seen anybody get up to block a shot. Fennessy's pushing the ball up the court in a quick pace, passes over cross court to Tamar Bates. Bates resets the offense and starts out. Geronimo is in the game now. Trace sets a pick. They're trying to get the trap on. Tamar Bates gets it off to the right wing. Geronimo with the open 3. Geronimo with a pretty 3-point shot. In rhythm, great pass from Tamar Bates. That's a nice assist and a jump shot. Somebody else hitting a 3-pointer. That's what I want to see. 63-21, 11:55 to go. Fennessy playing hard-nosed defense on the ball, trying to get the steal. He's constantly got them hands whacking at that ball. There's a pick. There's a switch, and he comes back. Shoots a floater and scores a floater. A little bit of confusion on the switch between Trace and Rob. Rob picked up his dribble, gives it to Geronimo. Geronimo back to Fennessy as he crosses the timeline. Thank you, JB. Not long. This is the first time I've ever commented a game. The double team out on the top. Passes over to the right, left wing. Geronimo is in the corner with the ball. Geronimo dribbles it off his foot, but picks it back up, and he steps out of bounds. Thank you. I'm trying to be as give you as much detail as I can. We have hit the under 12. Thanks for the comment, JB. I really appreciate it. I wish you guys could watch it. I know listening on the radio is pretty much stagnant, and you get 2 guys in there commenting back and forth. I just want to give you the game as best I can so that you guys can hear and kind of know what is going on. And then when I have a second or two, if I get a chance to analyze something good or bad, I will let you know. Today has been a way different feel on this team from the Eastern Michigan game. Eastern Michigan has a very solid coach in Stan Heath. Kent State, if you remember that Elite Eight, going back that far, they played, but we played incredibly bad in that game, and we did not hit our jump shots. IU was determined in that game that they were going to win that game because they were going to be a 3-point shooting team. And that did not work out. There was a lot. I think they went 4 for 22 in that game from the 3-point line. And that's not a percentage to win basketball games. So that accounts for a lot of long rebounds. That accounts for a lot of tic-tac fouls under the goal. And a lot of missed shots missed 3-pointers lead to fast breaks. And we had that game in hand, the first 2 minutes of the second half. We were up 20-some points. Them guys came all the way back on us because we kept going to doing the same things. We didn't adjust on the fly. Hey, that shot wasn't going down for IU that day. You need to work. You need to find something else. Dribble penetration, layups. Take a step in. There is nothing wrong with shooting an 18-foot jump shot. It accomplishes the same thing in the grand scheme of things of the game. It draws the defense out. If you can hit an 18-footer or if you can hit a 22-footer, it's the same process. You prevent the defense from packing it in. They have to come out to defend you wherever you make your jump shots from. And that game we did not hit. So the comment was Stu here earlier, and we were talking about it just a little while ago. I hope we don't lose. There's a comment from Alex. I hope we don't lose games by the defense just letting us shoot threes. Basically, I'm waiting to see a defense pack. We're going to see it. It's going to happen. We're going to see a defense pack it in. They're going to pack it in, and they're going to make us beat them with the outside shot. Now, we're going to get some dribble penetration and get a few, mid-range and outside shots. But they're going to find a way to take Trace out of the game. Trace and Race are going to be taken out of the game to some degree. They're going to force us to shoot that outside jump shot. And we're getting ready to start back with 11:20. Larry Llewellyn, thank you. I know some Llewellyns in Southern Indiana. Nice to see you commenting in here today. Thank you very much. They are still running the same weave offense that they did in the first half. Northern Illinois has not made any adjustments to their offensive scheme even though they have not done anything. Fadeaway jump shot picked up by Galloway on the rebound. He pushes the ball up, resets to Rob at the top of the key. Rob is sitting there waiting for a defender to come to him, and now he starts the offense. Goes to the right, passes to Tamar. Tamar looks down to the block to Trace. Trace has got the ball in the block. Double team comes. Double team on Trace. Passes into the middle to Geronimo. Geronimo went to make the feed to the baseline to Tamar Bates, and he made a chest pass and should have made a bounce pass, and the ball got knocked out of bounds. There is 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Trey Galloway is getting ready to take the ball out of bounds. Trey Galloway is getting ready to hand the ball. We got a second. The official's got his hands up. 10:43 to go. They're looking at something with the shot clock, and now they have called timeout. So I see the shot clock change from 20 seconds down to 9. Not sure what's going on here. Anyway, we are in timeout. Yeah, it is. It's my first time. JB, we had this channel. Alex and I started it early in the year last year. We wanted to do sports commentary, and how we came about that is that her and I would sit at the end of football games. Now, she is not a college basketball player or a fan of college basketball, not at all. So she just knows what I know. So, she'll listen to me. And we would sit back at the end of football games on Sunday before Sunday Night Football, and we would talk about it. Oh, I'm going to go on through here. So, I've never commented on a game. This is the first time that I've decided to run this format. I might do it again, even though, since I can watch on the computer, if people like it, I will definitely put it out there. If they're not watching or if they can't watch, I will gladly keep doing it for as many games as possible. I do work a lot as well, and I have another channel. I do have a treasure hunting channel that I run a live stream on. But for sports commentary, this is it. David Payton asks, has Anthony Leal played any? He has not played, to my knowledge, 1 second yet. Would you like to see Pat Knight take over for his dad as he did in Texas? I think would you like to see Pat take over for his dad as he did in Texas? You're talking about Pat Knight. I love Pat Knight. I'm not sure where he's coaching right now. I always loved him. I wanted to see when they were talking about the short list for people to come here to coach, nobody was talking about Mike Woodson. I was looking at the time, with the comments that I had with my friends, we were speaking about, we wanted to see Dane Fife get a chance in the Big Ten. That was what we were hoping for. Hey, Brian, that is no problem at all. I was not happy with the Big Ten Network making this a paid subscription thing. I think since I pay for the channel on my cable network, I should get it for free, and I'm glad to do this. I will do this again for any time that the Big Ten Network puts it on this format, and I will probably do some other games just for the fact. Hi, Amethyst. Nice to see you in here tonight, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in and showing support. And you know what? I don't know why he hasn't played yet. I know that Mike Woodson could go deeper into his bench, and he just hasn't yet. And there was an alley-oop dunk on the inbound pass, Galloway to Trace Jackson Davis, and he dunks it home. 10:38 to go in the second half. And Northern Illinois has got the ball up at the top, and he steps on the sideline after he got the pass, and they turn the ball back over. I'm not sure. I really, coming into the last 10 minutes of this half, only watch games live via stats, so listening makes this more real. Hey, I will come in here as many times as humanly possible. IU crosses the timeline. Michael Durr is back into the game. And passes off to Geronimo. Geronimo down to Durr. Durr goes up with a shot, gets it blocked out. He was double teamed, but he did have the ball deep in the post. But I live in the panhandle of Florida. Hey, Jake, I would love to be hanging out in the panhandle of Florida right now. Love Indiana. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you being in here tonight and listening to my commentary. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Finney's got the ball on the left wing, looking for a clear out. Gets a pick from Durr, drives across the lane, gets into the lane, gets his pocket picked as he comes through the lane with the ball. And now don't reach. Don't you foul. Okay, he got back on defense. Everybody spread out a little bit. Ball to the right wing, dribbles the lane, goes up for the shot, and Michael Durr does not have the same presence as Trace Jackson Davis does, and he gets a layup. Fantasy's coming across the timeline. You need to pick it up from yourself from turning that ball over like that, sir. There you go. There's the pick, moves off to the right. And they're running a little different style of offense right now. Inbound pass to Durr in the middle. Durr makes a dribble move, goes up with a shot, hits it, and they call him for a charge. He makes the basket. He gets called for a charge that looks like. And the thing of it is I'm not seeing replay on this either. I hope that since I purchased this, I can go through this game and watch it again on a replay so I can cut some highlights out of here. What is wrong with this officiating today? Yeah, no doubt. That ball got entered inside, and he went straight up in the air with that shot, and they called him for a charge, and he banked it in off the glass with an 8-foot jump shot. That's what you want. I don't care about the foul there. I really think that that's not the correct call, but and now we're in timeout again, and I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not listening to the commentary because I want to be able to talk to you guys freely and not have to stop and listen to what somebody else says. But Pat is scouting for the Pacers. Well, that's a good thing. You know, I can imagine growing up in that household, Leslie. You know, he's probably got more knowledge of basketball than any one of us could ever hope to have just from listening to his dad watch a game. You know, sitting on the couch on a Saturday afternoon after they retired, watching, you know, whoever played, Duke or whatnot. Bob Knight was such an insightful coach. He understood, and I bet Pat just sits there and absorbs it. I bet he's heard so many things so many times, he can probably reiterate probably Bob's exact coaching style. But him being a scout, I'm sure that's a great idea. And I live in Purdue town of Lafayette. Wow, you're crossed enemy lines, dog, living in Purdueville. You know what? Look at that team there. I'm not a Purdue fan, but I'm a fan of good basketball. And Matt Painter is a stand-up guy. Matt Painter is a great coach for that program. You know, he's a Purdue guy in a Purdue system. You know, Gene Cady and Bob Knight used to battle it out, two of the mouthiest coaches ever. And Matt Painter's turning into the same type of thing. That's why I was really glad to see Woodson back. We're getting ready to go back to the play here. Durr is like, he's trying to talk to this official. They called him for a flagrant. Fans in the stands are booing. Heck yeah, we'll leave that up for a little while. The general. They called that a flagrant one. Holy, what in the heck just happened? First free throw is good. Getting ready to shoot the second one on the 2. And he missed it hard off the back rim. I don't agree with that at all. If this is a sign to say what officiating is going to be like this year, you're going to have to go 12 deep because you're going to have 5 guys foul out a game. All right, they're getting Northern Illinois is getting ready to take the ball out. 9:36 left in the game. IU is in the press. Press backs up. Galloway's covering the point guard. Comes across the timeline down the right side. Passes it back to the center. Drives left. Runs the weave back to the center. Excuse me. Passes off to the left wing. Drives the baseline. Help comes. Drives the middle of the lane. Are you serious? Yes, sir. And I think that's the way they should have went the second that Knight was gone. They should have looked within the program history. First free throw is good on that cheap call against Geronimo. I really like the energy that Mike Davis brought, and even Dan Dockich. Dockich is a pretty good coach as well. He's better at coaching, you know, from the sidelines than in the game. And the second free throw is good. But I always appreciated Dan Dockich, especially that job he did on Michael Jordan. There you go, inbound to Tamar Bates. Bates got the ball. Trap is set. Fantasy's got the ball on the fast break. Outlet pass to the wing. Galloway shoots the 3, and it is good. Oh, They broke the press. Fennessy hits Galloway on the wing, and they get 3 more points. Here comes Northern Illinois back up the court, drives the lane, gets a layup. They are not cutting that point guard off, and he's going to town in this last few minutes here. And that's the way they almost got in trouble last game. Pass back off to Geronimo at the top of the key. Geronimo passes to Galloway on the alley-oop layup. Good play. Trey Galloway with the layup. Geronimo makes a great pass from the key. Jordan Geronimo, man, athletic, good pass. Looked his defender off and got the assist. Keyshawn Williams misses the shot. Geronimo, it's off his foot. It's our ball. Geronimo cuts off the baseline, and looks like Crump from Northern Illinois dribbled off his foot. 8:26 to left to go in the game. Getting ready to take the ball out of bounds. It is 70-32. Looks like IU is going to cover the spread tonight of 25. Here we go, dribbling up the court. We got Geronimo is up on the point with Tamar Bates. Michael Durr is actually out there on the top of the key with the ball right now. He breaks to the inside, gets the pass back, and they're going to call him for a travel. Oh, a jump ball. That's going to go back over to Northern Illinois. Man, I'll tell you what, these officials have really tightened up against IU in the second half here. Tennessee's on the point guard running up the court. Scotty Mrake sends him right, runs the weave again. They're back to running that weave offense. Oh, there's a pick. Tennessee gets a steal. Head up, coming up the court. He's double teamed. Should get rid of the ball. Passes it off to Tamar Bates, cross court, in the corner to Galloway. Galloway back to Bates for the three. Ooh. Bates' three was just a little hard off the back rim. They're getting back on defense, and Tennessee comes through. That should be a charge, and they didn't call it. Knocks the ball out of bounds. 7:40 go. And another freaking timeout. What is God? It must be the under 8 timeout. I thought it was under 7. You know, officiating in the second half has gotten a little out there. All right, 70-32, 7:40 to go in the game. Timeout is on the floor. Man, what do you guys think so far? A lot better game today. Way better. Super happy to see them playing appropriately today. I'm going to try to get Mr. Knight up there. And thank you guys all for hanging out in here with me tonight. It was going to be me by myself watching the game, and now I've got a bunch of new friends to share it with. You guys are great. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate the commentary and comments. It's always nice to have somebody communicating with you as you're trying to communicate something. And yeah, this was the first time I've ever tried to do play-by-play. It was never my thought that I would ever do this. The first time I saw it was last year when we were creating the channel. We saw a New York Knicks broadcaster, and what he was doing very similar to what I got set up here now. He was calling the game as it happened, and I noticed that people really liked it. So I told Alex the other day that when I noticed that this game wasn't televised on regular TV and I couldn't sit and watch it on the 50-inch big screen TV, I thought I'd come to the computer and I'd get this and see if anybody else was feeling the same way I felt about having to pay for this app that I will use until I know there's no more games on it, and then I will cancel it. So they're going to get me for a couple months, which is fine. You know, if I can watch all the games on the computer, I'll gladly do this when I'm watching a basketball game. This is way better. This is way better than sitting in there watching it with my dog. Don't get me wrong, I love my dog and everything, but he doesn't get excited about basketball. And I've met new people tonight, and it's been really cool. It is a lot of fun, Tim. Thank you for being in here tonight. And everybody, yesterday on our live, we did some celebration on Veterans Day, and we had a lot of veterans in the house, and Tim happened to be one of those. And we thank you for your service and respect all the veterans wholeheartedly. As we're getting ready to inbound the ball again here, I'm going to move the chat back over so I can just see that. All right, Northern Illinois got the ball. They run a couple picks off the top to the right wing for a jump shot, open, and it was a good play. Got around Tennessee on the pick and made it an 18-footer. 70-34, 7:32 left in the second half as we're cruising down. Michael Durr's got the ball at the top of the key, Jordan Geronimo's got the ball on the right wing, passes underneath to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates is stripped. That looked like a foul. Okay, so here we go. Geronimo's on the point, and Tamar Bates has got the other guy on the top of the key. He's up there at the IU point at the half court. He's driving in. There is a switch. Durr is on the point guard. Passes off for a mid-range jump shot that does not go. Northern Illinois tipped it up to himself, got the rebound, dribbled out, passed out to the left wing, gets ready to shoot the jump shot. Does not get it. Tamar Bates cuts him off, does not let him get a shot up. There's a dribble drive through the middle. Michael Durr is going to get called for the foul with the body. No, sir, that is not a military tag. JB, first of all, David, you're welcome, sir. I love doing this. This is fun. I will do it again, guaranteed. JB, this is not a military tag. What this is it's a Walking Liberty $50. I found it metal detecting. It's my first silver coin $50 that I ever found, so I wear it. And hey, looky here, number 4 has checked into the game. Sophomore Christian Lander. First notice on him this year is that he has put on a little bit of weight. He has bulked up a little bit. And the second free throw is good for Northern Illinois. Christian Lander is getting to run the point. This kid is super quick. Good pass to Geronimo, bringing the ball up the court. He's getting ready to set the offense. Geronimo's running the point. Lander breaks inside. They missed him. He was wide open on the cut. Tamar passes to Lander on the left wing. Lander's got the ball. He passes it back out, gets the ball taken away. Here comes Northern Illinois. That was a bad pass. He tried to throw a hook pass over the top. Oh, Tamar Bates misses the steal, shoots the three-pointer, Geronimo. Geronimo couldn't control the rebound, and he goes back out. Northern Illinois gets the ball back. River Rat, thank you, brother. Smash that like, everybody. And veterans and any man and women in service today show love. Absolutely, Amethyst, thank you very much as well. Inbound pass to Williams, goes back out to the top of the key. Lander's playing defense. Give Lander a few minutes. Ball drives the lane. Lander's going to get called for the push on the drive, but he did not let him have an easy layup. 70-36, Christian Lander picks up his first foul. He does officially get into the stat sheet after that. Looks like we're going to go to the line. I think we are going to be C2 shots here. Northern Illinois is up. First free throw is up, and it is no good off the back iron. Here we go with the second free throw. The lineup stands Tamar Bates, Jordan Geronimo, Michael Durr, Trey Galloway, and Christian Lander on the floor. So we haven't seen Trace in a while, haven't seen Race in a hot minute. I'm ready to see Anthony Leal and Logan Duncombe. Christian's running the point. Straight up on the top, Tamar Bates has got the ball on the left wing. Passes over to Galloway at the top of the key. Galloway to Lander. Lander to Durr right on the outside line. Durr hands back off to Lander. Lander takes a dribble drive, drives to right baseline, shoots an 18-footer. Little short, gets his own rebound off his foot, and it looks like it's going to get knocked out of bounds. It looks like it'll be Indiana ball with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Christian Lander is so fast. I can't wait to watch him develop. Ball is getting ready to be inbounded. There's the pick set. There it goes out to Durr on the top. That was a bad inbound pass by Galloway. He's lucky that it didn't get us. Lucky it was up to the center and it didn't get stolen. If you're speaking about Christian Lander, I watched him play at Evansville, and he is super quick and young. He's going to be a really good player once he builds some bulk and some size. Durr's got the ball on the post, dribbling in, goes up for the left-handed hook, rims out. Here comes Northern Illinois on the rebound, dribbling down the court, drives the lane all the way. Oh, and Geronimo just swats it off the glass. What the? They called a goaltending? Mike Woodson's going to get a tech. Oh my God. Here we go. Burn him up, bro. That was a good block. The one in the first half was a goaltend. They're they're succumbing to the coaching staff off of Northern Illinois crying about the first half. Lander gets the ball back, 2 more points to Northern Illinois, 70-37, 5:18 to go. Christian Lander gets fouled coming across, making a pass coming into the across the timeline. I think Anthony Leal is coming in off the bench right now. The only player that I expected to see that hasn't made it yet is Logan Duncombe. It's good to see Anthony Leal get back into action last 5 minutes of this game. Bates is going to take a seat. We have Leal, Galloway, Lander, Michael Durr, and Jordan Geronimo right now on the floor. Lander's going to the free throw line, have a chance to get in the scoring column for today, sir. And he sinks the first free throw. Looked automatic. All right, going to shoot the second free throw. Looks so comfortable at the line. 72-39, 5:17 to go. Lander gets a steal on the inbound pass and lays it in. Christian Lander stole the inbound pass. Right on. That's that quickness that I was talking about. He's just got to be given an opportunity to develop. And another chintzy foul call and the basket. This kid, Keyshawn Williams, is playing some really good basketball. I'm going to go back to the stat sheet here in a little bit. I don't really feel like switching over to the box score while I'm watching the game. I only got so many windows I can have open at once. I guess I need to get a second monitor. He's going to get an and one here. 74-41. Free throws up and it is good. Geronimo takes the ball out of bounds. There goes the pick. Lander breaks free, and Galloway gets the inbound pass. Everybody clears back. Geronimo get back. Picks up his dribble. Geronimo picks it up. Coming across the timeline, pass it to Lander. Lander comes across the timeline, passes to Galloway on the left wing. Galloway feeds Durr to Geronimo at the top of the key. Lander dribble drives around the corner, passes to Leal. Leal dribble drive to the right, passes off again. Ball gets knocked away, picked back up by Lander at the top of the key. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Throws up a three. That was a time. Leal with the offensive glass and the layup. Anthony Leal hits the scoring column. Heck yeah. That was persistence right there. A busted play and a long three ends up in a rebound and a layup. That's got to be travel. Yes, okay. He's asking for a foul, and he just did a 360 and picked up his pivot foot. Hey, we got 4:18 left to go in the game. We're getting ready to take the ball out. Geronimo's going to inbound the ball after the turnover. Yeah, that Williams is playing pretty good ball. They took their main scorer out of the game, and this guy here's picked it up for him. Galloway's dribbling up the court. Here comes the double team. Galloway the whole length of the court, and he does get a little bit partially blocked. Good defense by Northern Illinois underneath the basket. And they come back the other way, down up against their Jordan Geronimo playing man-to-man D. Blocks this guy off. That looks like that's a turnover. Yep. Overthrew the pass to the underneath the basket. David, I agree. It's going to be hard for him to come by playing time. We are under 4-minute timeout. Anthony Leal, if anybody watched him play high school basketball in Bloomington, he was an absolute knockdown shooter, lights out. He does need more playing time. He's got the right size and frame for college basketball. I feel like at this point in time, with the guard options that they have right now and the wing options, he's a little bit down on that list for some reason. So what he's going to have to do to gain that playing time is do what he's doing right here. When he gets in there, he's going to have to make good decisions and not turn the ball over. Last year, he did get a little turnover happy, and he would get a little shoot happy and taking ill-advised shots. And that's what slowed him down last year. I think as his maturation process kicks in, you might see him for 6-7 minutes a game this year, maybe a little bit more. The fans, I noticed that the fans have already decided that this game is over. They're showing the stands right now, and they're starting to work their way out. 76-42. But he does need more playing time, and I believe if he keeps playing like he does right there, he will work himself into that, because playing time has a way of working itself out. Once you get a chance, once your number is called, if you go in and perform, the next time he's not going to look past you, he's going to look to you. And that's the way it always works. So, you know what? When it comes your time, make plays. This cameraman is crazy today. They're running the singular camera from just one side of midcourt, and he keeps zooming in and out, and he moves around a lot and doesn't always get the right camera angles. I guess the Big Ten Network did not send their top-notch camera crew for this Big Ten Plus. And you know what? Let's talk about that for a second too. IU's defense has played outstanding today. Even with Trace and Race out of the game right now, these other guys getting minutes to play defense like they did. Those two dominated the paint. They did not get anything inside in the first half. Their second half is going to look a little bit better for their stat sheet, but that's only because them guys are already out of the game. They haven't played, very much at all. Lineup as it comes back out, getting ready to inbound the ball. I see Geronimo, Lander, Galloway going to be working the inbound here as Northern Illinois continues to press. Lander breaks off the pick. Galloway gets an outlet pass. Everybody starts to fall back. Galloway's got one-on-one. Galloway, here comes the double team. Galloway looks, finds Geronimo. Geronimo to Leal. Leal with a three-pointer and buried it. Good open shot. That's a shot that's in rhythm. That's how Indiana needs to play basketball. 79-42, 3:38 left in the second half. And then he gets beat on the defensive end for a slam dunk. He lost sight of the ball and his player. He did not stick him. Anthony Leal just gave up 2 points. But you know what? He scored 5 really quick. They get the ball across half court. Hey, Logan Duncombe is in the game. He's playing there. They put Durr on the bench. They let Durr sit down. Michael Durr had a productive day as well. Lander's running the point. Pick set by Geronimo. Lander turns the corner. I'm watching Logan move, so I want to see how he interacts on the floor. So far, so good. The shot, Lander puts up a 3, and he hits it. Lander did not it wasn't a good rhythm shot, but he found the range and drilled it. 82-44, 2:52 left to go in the second half. Galloway gets beat on the dribble drive, but plays good defense, gets the rebound. Outlet to Leal. Leal's going after the ball. Oh, he couldn't save it. It tipped off his fingers. He couldn't hold on to it. Yeah, he needs to play for his shooting, and that's it, David. If he gets the opportunity and can play defense, if he can show aptitude on the defensive end, he is going to get more time in the game. This is a defense first game. I know he's good, and what he did is he went back and he gave up a layup the next play. I mean, that's the reason why he probably doesn't play as much as he should. So he's got to he's got to improve on the defensive end to stay on the floor. Duncombe's guarding the ball, and there's an illegal pick by number 5. He did not come set. Yes. This home court advantage is something that Indiana needs to reestablish. Lander gets the inbound. We have not played with a severe home court advantage in a long time where we dominate at home. The fans really need to get in it when the student section is here at the games. Lander passes off to Galloway. Galloway to Geronimo in the corner. Duncombe gets the ball on the post. Duncombe dribbles. Two dribbles. He did not. What is the call? I think they're going to call the defense for an undercut. Yeah, so Geronimo was trying to get up and he got undercut, and that's how they called the foul. Logan Duncombe took 2 dribbles and made a turnaround jump shot from about 12 feet. Not close enough to the basket for him yet, but he's excited. I'm sure he wants to make his first basket today while he's out there. Can't blame him for taking a shot. Geronimo's going to get 2 shots for working that block out really good and getting undercut. First free throw is up, and it is pure, and it is good. 83-44 with 2:03 left to go in the game. 83-44. Geronimo with the second free throw up, and it's a little hard. And Duncombe fights for the rebound. Duncombe gets the offensive glass, but then he goes to make a pass, and he gets tipped and gets knocked away. Here comes Northern Illinois on the fast break, goes up. Duncombe gets the rebound, starts the fast break. Here comes Leal all alone, and he dunks it. Anthony Leal on the fast break feed from Logan Duncombe. Duncombe gets the rebound, starts the fast break, feeds off to Leal, and it gets another basket. There's the ball, is on the ground. Or diving, pass back out to the outside. 3-point shot goes up and is off the mark. Leal gets called for the foul. It looks like he held on the block out when the guy, when he went to block out, he tried to go around him. It looks like he grabbed his arm. Yes, Michael, I got the old school mentality here. We need to control this court. Winning here needs to be hard. First free throw is up and it is good. That's one of the first things you got to establish when you want to be a perennial team back in the NCAA tournament. You got to control your home court. You got to win at home. You got to steal games on the road, and you got to dominate at home. That's what Indiana did since I was a kid up until the early 2000s. They dominated this court. You didn't stand a chance in here. Second free throw is up, and it is also good. Geronimo gets ready to take the ball out of bounds. He's got after the two free throws, it looks like it's going to be Galloway and Lander to run the point. Galloway gets the ball on the inbound. Here comes the double team. Galloway passes off, it goes off to Galloway again, back to Lander at the top of the key, reset the offense, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the double team again. He passes over to Leal. Leal goes into the corner. Geronimo shoots the three, misses. Duncombe tries to get the rebound, can't control it. Here comes Northern Illinois, 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go in this game. And there's the pass off to another Northern Illinois big guy up at the top of the key. It looks like, oh my gosh, Galloway just about got another steal. Here comes the dribble. He travel on Northern Illinois. We're going to get the ball back with 1 minute and 1 second to go. Hey, if you guys, once this is all said and done today, if you guys want to make sure when I close the stream down, come back and leave a comment in here today about your experience in here tonight. Let me know how I did. I really want to continue to do this for you guys. Here we go. Leal has got the ball over on the right wing, passes to Duncombe. Duncombe has the ball, takes a couple dribbles, comes back to the top of the key, gives off to Galloway. Galloway drives the lane after a clear out, passes over to Christian Lander. Lander for three, a little short off the rim. Duncombe fights for the rebound but cannot control it, but he did get in there and get a tip. Yes, sir. The coaching staff on this team right now knows what it's like to be made to control this court, and they are going to reiterate what they were taught when they were players here. Absolutely, wholeheartedly agree with that. 29 seconds to go, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Northern Illinois got the ball, dribbling out on the top, not doing much on the offensive end. Passes over to the left wing. Stagnant, just throws up a shot, knocks down a three-point. It is 85-49. 17 seconds left to go. Christian Lander comes across the timeline with the ball, and he will dribble out the game. The crowd comes to its feet. Mike Woodson's coming towards the midcourt stripe. 7 seconds to go. Lander and Geronimo shake hands. The Northern Illinois team comes over and shakes it. Clock is expired. Indiana wins today 85-49. Looks far better than they did the other day. Hey, Michael, thank you. I appreciate that. JB, thank you, David. NFL predictor. Do it every game. Every game that I'm home, I work a job that I'm a salary job and I'm an on-call guy. But every game that I'm home for, I would much rather do this than sit watch the TV. Thank you, Jake ZZ. Hey, you guys, if you just want to do anything for me, if you want to share out this channel a little bit, if you like the NFL and you want to hear us talk football, we do that on Mondays and we do that on Thursdays as well. We do it late night on Thursdays and Monday nights before Monday Night Football at 6:30. There's a ton of content that comes through here. My daughter, you want to think I'm slick at basketball. If you think I'm doing good at basketball, wait till you see this little girl's knowledge of the NFL. Hey, that's all right, buddy. You got to work to make a living. This is my hobby. I love doing YouTube. Yes, sir. I will take a tip. Yes, sir. Right now, go for it. You can't hurt my feelings, bro. I'm ready. Leslie, there was a lot of good things that happened in this game, and during post game here, I'm going to stay on for probably another 15 minutes. I'm going to go through some of the things I saw today that I liked and didn't like. I will take a tip from NFL Predictor for sure. Well, I'm still waiting on it. Man, this game was and not a very hard fought win. The defense played outstanding, controlled the paint in the first half, which really prevented Northern Illinois from getting a lot going. I'm going to go over the stat sheet right now, and let's go through. Where did I do with that box score at? All right, I got the box score sitting right here. Looking at the box score for today, IU, Trace Jackson. Oh, it doesn't. Hang on a second. Let's see. There it is. Oh, okay. I will do that. I get caught up in it and trying to keep up with the commentary. I will, JB. We're trying to get this channel monetized, and during lives when we're monetized, I do have a Cash App, but I can do that. I can set up that. I didn't expect anybody to really come in and watch tonight. Honestly, I figured it would be our regular 15 to 20 people that we have in our normal live streams, and that would be it. We will definitely set that up. I'm going to go through the stat sheet here really quick, and then we'll talk about some of the things from the game today that was really impressive. Trace Jackson Davis, 19 points. He was 6 for 9 shooting. He did take a three-pointer and miss today. He only had 1 offensive rebound and 6 defensive rebounds, so he did not complete his double-double today. However, he did have 1 assist. There is Miss Alex. That's my football aficionado right there. 1 steal, 7 blocks. 7 blocks for Trace Jackson Davis today. 19, 7, and 7. What a stat line. Thank you, David. Miller Kopp completed his day with 1 for 4 shooting, 2 free throws at the stripe, had a couple of rebounds and assists. He did not turn over the ball and had 4 points. Miller Kopp played. He was there. He didn't hurt the team at all. Heck yeah, Jake. Thank you, brother. Watch the stream on. We don't do commentary during the games. We do a little bit on the end of Thursday night, but you know what? I mean, we could do that as well. She's excellent at it. I got to continue going through here. I want to get through the stats really fast. Trace Jackson Davis is going to first team All-American all year long. He is going to, and the question is he going to go to the NBA after this year? That'll be up to his dad. Dale Davis is a stud too. Race Thompson, 3 for 5 from the field goal stripe. He had 1 for 2 3-pointers. He hit a beauty. 5 for 6 from the line. He had 3 offensive rebounds, 10 total rebounds in the game. No assists, no steals, 1 block. He did turn the ball over 3 times and committed 2 fouls. Xavier Johnson played a really good game as well. 4 for 5 shooting, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. He put up 2 defensive rebounds. He had 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 2 turnovers. You know what? I'll take that stat line. 13 points in the game. Those 3 guys there played really well. Parker Stewart did not play well today. However, he didn't turn the ball over. He had 2 rebounds and didn't turn the ball over. So I would say his stat sheet is a little skewed. Jordan Geronimo, which I really thought he was 1 for 2 from the 3-point line today. He had 1 beauty in there, 2 for 3 field goals, 1 for 2 free throws with a grand total of 6 points. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover. Pretty good stat line. Logan Duncombe did not get in the scoring column, but he did get an assist for that great pass and a couple rebounds in his short time in the game. Michael Durr went 1 for 4 from the field. He did have 2 turnovers and 2 fouls and only scored 2 points today. He did have an assist. Christian Lander, 2 for 5 from the field, 1 from 3 from 3-point land. The kid came in and lit it up. I mean, he shot. He wanted his chance to play and show that he can score 7 points in limited playing times. Thank you, NFL Predictor. I really appreciate that. When I close this thing down tonight, I also would appreciate some comments so Alex can get through and see everybody that came in, so she can get a feel for it, because she's on this channel just as much as I am. Tamar Bates did not have a super solid game, but it was a productive game. He hit 1 for 3 behind the 3-point line. He did have 3 defensive rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 fouls. Anthony Leal comes in and does the same thing. He hits every shot he put up. He hit 1 3-pointer, 1 for 1. Did not get to the free throw line. He did get a rebound. He did commit a foul and scored 7 points. Trey Galloway played a very proficient game as well. 3 for 7 from the floor, 1 for 3 behind the line. He had 2 defensive rebounds, 3 assists. 3 assists in the game and only 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. Rob Fennessy did not play extended minutes today. Thank you, control fan, CX. I don't know how to say your name. Thank you. I appreciate that, my brother. Nice to see you. Thanks for the comment. Rob Fennessy did put up 5 points, though, in short minutes tonight. Indiana shot 76% from the free throw line, which is one of their big obstacles from last year. They shot 34% from the three-point line, but it's an improvement from last year or the last game for sure. 48% from the floor. I'll take 50% any night. 27 for 56. Sorry for the coughing. Let's talk about what really went well in this game. And the first half was where it really got blown completely open. We put up 47 points in the first half, and where we done that the most was we took away the middle of the floor. They kept trying to drive and get inside the middle. We blocked shots. We kept the ball out of there. We kept them playing. In the first half, they didn't get the ball within 20 foot of the basket. The defense kept pushing them out that far. So therefore, they took a lot of bad shots, and they were forced into a lot of bad turnovers because they didn't have the opportunity that they had in the second half. Second half started the same way. The middle was closed. We kept everybody out of the paint, and that's where the defense played really well. That went to the wayside a little bit getting into the second half, as Northern Illinois did put up 29 points in the second half. But that's because Coach Woodson was allowing his subs to get minutes and resting his starters. You got to remember, this is a long season, and anytime you can put your starters on the bench and get ample minutes out of your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. Today they go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They go 12 deep off the bench. This is where I think they need to be. When we have to work in March, you could really help out, let them know how our team is doing in the tournament. Dude, I can't wait till March Madness, so I'm going to be fired up. We did a little bit with it last year, but not a lot. Defensively, we played the middle well. We didn't play it as well with our subs in the game. However, we still only gave up 29 points in the second half, and their shooting heated up a little bit in the second half. They made a few more jump shots, which is obvious. We held them to 30% field goal percentage, only 2 from 11 for the 3-point line. They were a good 3-point shooting team. That K. Williams got to the free throw line and drew a lot of fouls, but we took out Hankinson, which was the guy that I was worried about in the game, and Crump. Our big guys dominated those two players. Xavier Johnson took Hankinson out of the game. He only went 1 for 8 with 1 3-pointer. He did have 4 rebounds, 3 steals, but he did turn the ball over 3 times. Kudos to that. Northern Illinois Huskies was we played very well today, and I was really happy to see that. Going through, let's bring it back in for just a second to see if there is anything amazing in the top 10 tonight. Kentucky wins going away. Ohio State wins by 10. Virginia wins by 20. No shocks so far in the top 25. No shock there. Purdue is up big time, 51-28. Let's see. I don't see anything special right there to talk about. 11:30 tonight. If anybody is still up and wants to watch a good basketball game, Villanova plays at UCLA tonight at 11:30. If anybody is still awake for that, that should be a good early season game. UCLA, Mick Cronin out there. I really think that they got a chance to really it'd be the first Pac-10 or Pac-12, whatever you call it, team to have a really good opportunity to make some big news throughout the year. They're playing that hard-nosed defense that conference is not used to. That'll be a really good game tonight. Getting back to Indiana here for just a second, get through there. I'm going to go through and watch some of the interviews and stuff. If I can, I'll try to find out how to do that. and get through. I'll watch them probably on some of the other things tomorrow. There was some news in Indiana a few hours back. Connor Asegian signed his national letter of intent to go to Wisconsin. I don't think he was recruited very heavy by IU, but Butler recruited him, and he had a lot of Division I offers. This kid is an Indiana kid going to are you serious? U of L lost to Furman today. Alex, gosh, get on Colin. If Louisville lost to Furman, that's hilarious. Jesus criminy. Looking towards our next game. Our next game is on the 17th at 9 o'clock, and that is 5 days from today. That will be on Fox Sports 1, and that is a Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Hey, I will broadcast this game. It's a Big East game. It'll be something to really look forward to. You got Indiana going against St. John's. It will be televised on FS1. But if you want to watch the game and just listen to me run my mouth, you might enjoy that too. They have got a really good player over there, and I know it's a French name. It's like Champagne, but I don't know how to say it. I think it's Champagne. We'll just call him Champagne. Julian Champagne averages about 20 points a game. And then they have and Posh Alexander is a pretty good little point guard. Going forward into that will be next Wednesday. I'm going to bring the stream over here. I haven't looked at the camera in a while. Hey, look, I'm still there. They still got 34 in here tonight. I'm going to close the stream down here in just a few seconds. I want to thank everybody that came in here and hung out with me tonight. It was a blast. There you go. There's what she says. During the tournament in March, we'll be doing a March. Oh, yeah. We will do we're going to make this a group for basketball. We will do March Madness. We'll set up a tournament for bracketology and stuff, and we will do that kind of thing again. We did do that last year. We just didn't have a very big following. Neil, I wanted to say thank you for the comment. I'm glad you posted that in here tonight. I think that's hilarious. Jake, thanks for the commentary as well from the Panhandle of Florida. River Rat, I appreciate you stopping by. Alex doesn't want to fight. We got a Louisville fan that joins our stream that's in our fantasy football league, and he takes his Louisville sports about as seriously as I take this. But as it stands today, great win for the basketball program today. I'll probably put together something else before the next game. You know what? I would much rather do this and stay on the whole game as long as I can watch it from my computer. Make sure I can do that. And you'll see it. I'll post it up pretty early. But Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, we will be watching St. John's and Indiana play. That will be the first test that they're going to have this year. And I think it'll be exciting to watch. And I look to see some more growth out of this game. I want to see how Mike Woodson, because Xavier Johnson played well. Parker Stewart did not play so well. I want to see how long it takes before he starts shuffling this lineup a little bit, or if he continues to stay with the same format. There's a lot of good things coming to see. But anyway, before this goes any further and I just sit here and ramble too long, thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to close this broadcast down. Before you guys leave and check out of here, once it closes down, go back to the homepage. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications and go down and click on this stream again and leave a comment. Alex wants to read through them tonight. I know she wants to see what everybody thought, and maybe that'll help us format us for what we do in the future. So I appreciate everybody that hung out for the 2 hours and 33 minutes tonight. You guys are great. I love hanging out with you guys. I'll do it again. We'll see you on the 17th at 9 p.m. Regardless, Mondays and Thursdays we stream at 6:30 on Monday and 11 o'clock on Thursday. Mostly that's football talk. We talk a lot of NFL. We do talk some Colts and a lot of Bengals and a lot of Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you guys on the next one.